We are live. The link gonna pop up anytime now. And I know that we're on live. Yes. Okay, we're on live. If you go to DN's music, you're gonna see it pop up. Let me see.
All right, let's see. I'm right there. Let me see.
All right.
Yeah, I see it.
All right, cool. So we're live. I know that. All right. We have people start coming in the room. Spread this out. All right.
Does it have a delay? Because I just saw what I did a while ago.
Yeah, I think they probably I think you have like a what, 5 seconds delay.
I'm right there. Let me see.
All right. All right, I'm here and let me see. People are logging in. Let me get to this here. Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. Send out some links. For those who in the room right now, we definitely want to say thanks to you guys for logging in. Bev C, UK, Marie B, UK. Top of the good evening, guys. Send out the link, share the link. You understand? I'll drop it in some group here. Chill spot. Yes. Sending out. You understand? All over. All over. Guys, in the meantime, we sharing the page as we can. You guys could also do the same. Okay, it's a learning process here this evening. Trust me on that. You guys will be, and do remember, you can ask any question in the room. You understand? Ask any question in the room. If I missed out on any question, you guys drop it in the room again, and I will definitely see it and stuff like that. All right. So
you can hear me good?
Yeah, crystal clear. Crystal
right.
clear and thing.
Is anybody out there can hear me good? Because I can't hear myself that much too. I can hear myself good.
Guys, are you hearing Mr. Mad Minox in the room? You guys hearing him? Let me know.
Yeah, if you can hear me, let me know too. Because yesterday I went to a bar.
You went to a where you went to a bar?
I went to a bar and have a few drinks, so I'm still in bed.
Oh, so you went to a bar? You just came back from the bar?
Yeah, I came about 2:30, 3 o'clock.
Shucks, I was hoping that you came back a little bit tipsy, so the conversation would be so good.
Yeah. Saturday, I get 4 days off work.
At you. Oh, so what are you gonna do for the 4 days off?
I only work part-time, my friend. I work 3 days a week.
Okay, but still 4 days.
Yeah, I'm too old. I'm too old to work 5 days.
What must I say? You understand?
Plus, do remember I'm rich. I'm rich.
With me now, I am I'm too how do say it again? I'm too poor to retire. So Lenny, big up yourself. Bobs, big up yourself. Family Rose, big yourself up. Yeah, everybody's sounding good. Christine, Randall, big yourself up. You guys just go and share the page. It's so much things we're gonna definitely talk about, and we don't want to bore you guys. Understand? So we're just gonna make it real spicy, and we out of here. You understand? So in the love seat, you understand? I gotta say love seat because as you notice, Mad Minox is well comfortable, real good. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, you understand, to the fans and to the people them here, and then we definitely go into it.
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my name is Godfrey CHAFUDZIKA, well known as Mad Minox, born and raised in Zimbabwe, in Bari, the ghetto of the city.
Bari.
Yeah, man.
You know, I'm from Sayete, you know? That's my area.
Yeah, born and raised in Bari, you know? Where reggae music start, where everything start. Most of the things
start from there.
Yeah, controversial, you know.
You know, guess what I was about to go make, and I had to turn off the pot. Did the meat, you know? I was about to do salsa, so I had to turn off the pot. You love salsa?
Salsa.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We that's our staple food.
Yeah, I love that. Definitely love that.
But you are from Yard. You say 10 cornmeal, isn't that?
Yeah.
You guys say 10 cornmeal, isn't that?
You know what? I said that to somebody explaining, and they say, "Oh, it's turned cornmeal." So, yo, you're versatile, man. You're versatile, bro. Seriously, but you know, is the different color of the cornmeal, you know? Different color, yes. Okay, Marie B said, "Big up Zimbabwe, definitely." Now, ladies and gentlemen, why Mad Minox is sitting in the hot seat right now? There's so much things that I want to talk to him real fast about with the music, and you guys know I'm doing the ZimDancehall. And you know, I called him. I fake Jersey. Most of some of the I should say 80% of the music that you hear me play also is from his production and things like that, or distributing. What's the title would you give yourself within the music? What you do with the music?
I do marketing for YeZimdancehall music and gospel music, one or two, and some hip hop artists too from Zimbabwe, strictly from Zimbabwe.
Okay, now you know, I want you know the people to really know a little bit more about you. So you were born and raised in Zimbabwe, in Bali. Growing up, did you have that music aspect within yourself, saying that, you know, I just want to be around music, I want to have a sound system, I want to do this? What were you like?
Not really. Growing up in Zimbabwe, like I grew up selling stuff in the market with my mother. I'm the youngest of 5 boys, so most people will call me a mama's boy, right?
Yeah.
Wherever mom goes, I was there. So can you hear me?
Yeah, we're hearing you. You're good.
All right. So wherever my mom goes, I go. And my mom used to sell stuff in the Bari Musika, like vegetables,
yes,
tomatoes, fruits, and maize, cooked maize. That was our specialty at our house. And pumpkins, sweet potatoes, also all sort of stuff. But if you sell sweet potatoes, you have to cook them. Although you can go to the market and buy the uncooked ones.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but us, we used to sell the cooked stuff. And that was to substitute my father's pay, because without doing that, we wouldn't go to school, you know? My father worked 37 years at Liver Brothers. And back in the day, he was making, I think, $35 a week. And remember, you got 5 boys.
Whoa.
And he's making $35 a week. And the school fees was maybe $10, $12 per person for primary school. Luckily, we got lucky because we got independence in 1980.
Okay.
I was in in 1980 I was in grade 6. Yeah, grade 6, I think so. Yeah, because I got to Form 1 1982.
Okay.
The government gave us a full education for free, primary and secondary.
Okay. So that was pretty
So
good, knowing that you guys were struggling at that time.
yes, from 1980, I went to school for like maybe 15 cents a term. It was a small little amount of money everybody could afford. Secondary, they increased it maybe to like $3, $5. It was just so small that anybody could afford it.
Okay. Okay.
And back in Zimbabwe, education is just a major part of thing in Zimbabwe. Everybody in Zimbabwe, most of the people reached their O level, and we used to write what we call Cambridge. Our exams were coming from England while we going to school in Zimbabwe.
Okay. Okay.
So do remember, imagine the person who's going to mark your papers is a British person and you're in Zimbabwe. Nice. So you have to be very good to pass. Although I didn't pass, I only had one subject, woodwork, and I've got E's and D's and U's and you name it.
Oh, which the woodwork would be a trade you decided to learn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was not academically very smart. I wasn't smart that much, personally. But when it comes to woodwork, I was
very good,
very technical. And the sound system now started around 882 in Zimbabwe.
Okay.
And I just heard it while I was passing through, right? Going to the market because it was a white dub, of which a lot of people, they said the sound system never really started white dub. It started somewhere uptown. Like when we say uptown in Zimbabwe, we mean the city now.
Okay, yeah.
Downtown is the ghetto, it's the opposite.
Ghetto, yes.
Yeah, so if you say you live in downtown in Zimbabwe, they actually mean you live in the ghetto. But here in Canada, when you say downtown, they mean the city.
The city, yeah.
Yeah. So when these guys came from UK, I didn't know them. We could hear the music, because that was my way to the marketplace anyways.
Right.
So after I finished selling my stuff, I went there back at night, to find out what's going on. I had money, I used to steal from my mother. Every kid used to do that.
Yeah, of course, yeah. You tip a little bit of the money that you make.
Some vegetables and thing, and don't steal a little piece of money, That's not fair for me. So I always had money. And the dance was maybe like $1 or $2. It wasn't much. And that was the first entertainment that would understand that, after Bob Marley, because Bob Marley came, he performed 17th of April, 1980, independence.
Right.
And reggae music just took off from that. Before that, before reggae music, most of the people I know used to listen to rock and roll and jazz.
Rock and roll and jazz.
And jazz, yeah. That music played on the radio. Our local music wasn't playing on the radio, like Thomas Mafumo, Oliver Mtukuzi. They were revolutionaries, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It wasn't fit for the radio in the 70s. So you would hear mostly, rock and roll and jazz on the radio. And my father used to buy, local records.
Yes.
For artists from back in the days. So you'd actually you have your playlist, and you have a stereo. that you put your records one on top of the other and you drop one by one.
Yes,
that
yes,
was the period. You know what I mean? Not the computers that you see nowadays. You know what I mean? He had a Super 60. My father, well, he liked the music. You know, he had a Super 60.
Yes.
First of all, he had a supersonic.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a radio which was made by WRS. And everybody used to say, somebody who have a radio, you have a wireless.
Yes.
But it was actually a company called WRS.
Okay.
So if you play a radio, everybody will say, who reads a wireless? Like you're playing a wireless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, understand.
Awesome. So how did you decide now that you wanted to get into the sound system? So you built your own sound system in Zimbabwe.
That came later. That came in the 90s after I came to Canada.
Mm-hmm.
But let me backtrack it to in the dancehall style.
Okay.
The guys who came first were doing rubber dub, like music. The music was mostly drum and bass.
Okay.
You know, Johnny Osborne, Al Campbell, Cornell Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
That was the rockers from Africa A1.
Yes.
Like they would play a dub. I'm quite sure you've heard the dub by Linval Thompson.
Oh yeah.
I love dub.
Yep. You know, with sound system also that I think get most of like patronize that dub. There's a dub sound in the UK called Channel One.
Yeah, Channel One plays dub too.
Yes.
And if you notice, they have more crowd than people who actually play vocal sound system.
Thank you. I watched one of them and I'm like, where these people come from? Just the dubs.
Yeah.
No one. Then you have a guy chant on the mic, but very few.
Yep. So we had record shops like Spin Along. They started importing this music.
Mm-hmm.
And we had Gregor Isaacs, Ijaman, Eric Donaldson, UB40. These dubs, Negrea Love dub, Scientists, you know, Scientists dub lending, Black Arkin dub.
Yes.
And one album which stand out for me personally. I can't remember the name, but it was a Black Uhuru album with a Zimbabwe flag. It was a white album with a Zimbabwe flag on it.
Really?
Yes. I bought that album. That was one of my first album I bought. And I bought an album with Smiley Culture that was called Massive Attack.
Okay.
With Smiley Culture, that was late. You understand? Smiley Culture, that was in the around 85. You know what I mean? And
share the page, guys. Share the page. Yeah.
So this is what was going on. There was Africa A1 playing sound until about with Power and his brothers, and you know there was a lot of brethrens that some of them we thought they were coming from Jamaica, but later on we find out they were based in UK. But if you see a guy with dreadlocks,
you obviously say that
you just think that they're Jamaicans and they're coming from Jamaica. Because dreadlocks wasn't something that was common back in the days in Zimbabwe. If you have dreadlocks, you know, you'll be like a black heart man, you know what I mean? Like in Zimbabwe, why go to Rirombe?
Okay.
Yeah, if you even listening to reggae music, that word Rombe will come out.
Okay.
Your mother, your father will hate you. Like they don't want to associate with you. Because first of all, smoking weed wasn't a common thing. Like how it is today. Today I can go to Zimbabwe and somebody's lighting a weed in the middle of the street. a spliff, you know what I mean? And people are passing through and somebody's smoking, of which, you know, the independence that came with the country is kind of leading the youth astray in Zimbabwe, because now there's a lot of drugs. I'll get into that. Right. With Africa A1, the weed was coming in now in cups. Before, weed was coming in envelopes. When you buy weed, you buy it in an envelope.
Okay.
But when these guys came, it was now coming in cups that were made out of banana leaves. And they used a lot of string. We call it draw. I don't know in English what they call it. And it was coming from Malawi.
Malawi?
Yeah. And they call it Malawi gold.
Was it grown there? Was it come from there, basically like grown there or what?
No, it was just different for the. I didn't smoke weed personally, so I didn't know what was going on with the weed smokers. You understand? Me, Africa A1, they didn't sell not even a beer. We would go to a dance, they would have what we call an ital corner, where they sell Coca-Cola pulp. Yes. When they sell cold buns, like, you know, baked buns, you know, from and boiled eggs and crystal mints. Whenever, like 400 people in a dance, no one was, not even a breath of alcohol. Everybody was sober.
Sober.
Yes, including the selector. So, like, the early days of dancehall, or what we used to call rubber dub, people were so disciplined that, you know, would greet each other.
Wow.
When we go in the dance, everybody greet each other. We know each other. Whether they come from Fakosi, Highfield, Mbare, you know, Glenora, those were the major areas.
Marie, sorry to cut you. Marie B said that that album that you're talking about, it came out in 1980. It just called Black Aruhu, but it had the flags on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I know, but I didn't know the name of the album. I just remember it now.
Yeah, it was just called Black Aruhu, and it came out in 1980. Yeah. Thank you, Marie. Slick Rule.
Right. Dealing now with the sound system back there, we used to pay the money to go in, and we used to skank.
Like the Rasta.
We never sweat, you know. And, you know, it was something out of this world, because you can only see probably maybe two girls in a dance of 400 people.
Wow. We call it a bull dance.
No, that was the perfect dance, to tell you the truth. The women nowadays, they're out of order, man. They go to a dance and everything, they're out of order, man. We are not in Jamaica, you know. Jamaica, that's where a man have to bring his woman. In Zimbabwe, you go with a woman, that woman was treated like almost next to a prostitute.
Really?
Because reggae wasn't acceptable. It's a thing that no one wanted their girl child to be associated with.
You're kidding me.
Imagine the parents didn't want their boys to listen to reggae. Imagine the girl seen in a night in a hall. Remember, there was no nightclubs that accepted reggae music in the 80s. It was community halls. You understand? Like I said, reggae, they say they started somewhere uptown. They played, but they didn't get the massive they want. That's when they come to YWCA. That's when I started hearing reggae. do remember, I heard reggae when Bob Marley, or I listened to reggae, but to physically to see somebody actually
playing it,
was at White Up Center, when somebody actually take a needle and put it on the record and see big, massive speakers, one on top of the other. That was at White Up Center.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And that's in Bahrain, close to my tenant, Edith Opperman. And like, you know, we're just a few of us going there. The most maybe 200 people. But we'd enjoy ourselves, and the promoters probably, they were rich or whatever, you know, they just came from England. They didn't care about the money that much. You know, these guys had power, just say the farm, Chitemere, and he used to do tires, Chitemere retreats. So I think he was rich. The money to him was nothing.
That's a big business right there. So yeah.
Yes, I think the music was out of love and passion to bring this Jamaican culture to Zimbabwe for him. But it all changed when Africa A1, the guys that came, that some of them were in Africa A1, start branch off. Then Level Vibes was formed.
Tawanda, big up yourself, you know.
Yeah, understand. Level Vibes now was formed around 1985.
Okay, Level Vibes. Okay.
Yes. And before Level Vibes, there was small little sounds, you know. There was Motsiuruka, Dandal, Rockers, Rutendo. But some of them were from Highfields, and some of them were from Focus, and we didn't go there that much. Those guys will have to tell you that. I don't, you know, but, and we had another song called Unity. That, I went to their dances, Unity, Ziwa, Unity. They used to print posters too.
So hold on. So the spot to be when the dance go be keeping is not in Bali, right?
No, Mbare was the most popular.
You're right.
Right. White Dub was the most popular when it comes to dancehall. There's other places that dancehall was playing, but they were not popular. Like in Fakosi, and there was Unity sound system, and Moturuka and other rockers, they're from other areas. You get me? But these guys, they were so big that the other sound, they just faded away.
Let's fade out, yeah.
Yes, and there was this guy now called Jerry. So he was a white dude. I don't know where he came from. I think he came from South Africa. I think so. He was a tech savvy, man. The guy was, when it comes to sound system, man, he brought one of the wickedest sound system that I ever seen in the world. Yes. He had sound made out of like tubes.
The tube,
you know, like drainage. Yeah, you could open it and close it.
Yes.
I don't know how he thought about it.
That's how, especially in Jamaica, they used to come out with tube amplifier.
No, the speakers. I'm talking about the speakers.
Oh, really?
All right. You see, if you get you know, the pipes, the same pipes of the electricity.
Yeah.
But they were bigger pipes. Bigger pipes, I think, good diameter of like maybe 60 centimeters diameter.
And
so he cut them in half.
Really?
And put speakers, you could open it and close it.
Whoa.
So we used to call them tuba speakers.
Okay.
That's when what you call Level Vibes was formed. With Farai, Jabi, a lot of youths, Paridzai, Tendai Gamure, that's Culture T. He's the first MC to actually hold the mic and tap the mic. He was very young. I think he started doing dancehall maybe when he was grade 6 or 7. I don't know, somewhere there, but he was the youngest and the first to actually touch the mic.
Wow.
Around the Jamaicans. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
These guys were touching the mic, but they were not as good as Tendai was.
Okay.
Because we could relate with Tendai because it's somebody I knew personally.
No, okay.
You know, we live in the same neighborhood. I know him. I know his twin sister. I know everybody. You know, his family. I know everybody at his house. So we could relate to him. And me, I could relate to Farai because my brother was friend with Farai.
Okay.
So I would more listen to Farai's music than to listen to Krabi's music. You understand?
Yes.
So I started idolizing Farai. You know, Farai, they walk, you know what I mean? When he walks, you think that he's a Jamaican. He was just different. And he had dreads. And there's another guy called Mickey Dread. He had dreads too. And, you know, some guys from Fakos had dreads too. There was just a few people. You could pinpoint how many people had dreadlocks.
Okay. The dread would just start coming in with 1 and 2 people at that time.
Yeah, but you have to be rich. You have to have some money to back you up. You cannot have dreads and live poor. And people will just start talking about you over and over, you know, start throwing dirty words to you. And that's why me personally, I never addressed them days. Although I loved reggae music that much. I used to get my hair, you know, Jerry curl, like Michael Jackson was just coming in.
Welcome to the club.
Yes, Thriller was on the TV.
We've been there, done that, yeah.
Yeah, Thriller was on TV and would watch those videos on Sounds on Saturday.
Yep.
So everybody wanted to be like Michael Jackson. Robot, a dance called Robot was coming, Cabbage Patch, you know? And there was, while I was going to the dance, I was still going to house music, where this guy named Tommy Dutch used to play at Brett's nightclub. And Darlington Masenda was playing there too. Wow. Was it Darlington? Yeah, Darlington Masenda, because he had his other brother called Admire. But Darlington was the one who was playing at Brett's nightclub.
General Rebel, big up. Yeah.
Yeah, so the movement, right, of the disco starting getting popular was reggae was popular in the ghetto. House music was popular in the city.
Okay.
You understand?
The house music was coming from South Africa, though, right?
No, it was coming from America.
Oh, it was coming. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was coming. The guys were actually flying to America to go by and with another guy called Peter Jones. Peter Jones was on the radio, and he lived in a colored area. You know what I mean? So Peter Jones, when he talks on the radio, you think that this guy is from he's from the States, because Peter Jones was the hit. He would play all the latest music from America on the radio. While there was a guy called Mike Mundwa, he's an older guy. Right now, probably he's in his 60s or 70s. He was playing the reggae music on the radio.
Really?
But reggae wasn't given a lot of time. Reggae maybe was playing for 30 minutes or 1 hour, 1 day a week.
Okay.
You know, this guy, Mike Mundwa, is an uncle to my friend that was one, who is still my best friend up to now. Mike Mundwa used to get records from Sugar Minot.
Youthman Promotion?
Yes, I think they met in England. So Sugar Minot used to send him a lot of tunes. That was the first time I heard Devil's Picnic. You know that song?
Yeah.
Devil's Picnic, come in on me yard. Move out. Me say back off, back off, back off.
You can do a couple.
A lot of people don't know about that tune.
can
but
do a cool version.
wickeder than Herbman Hustling.
It's a big tune.
It's wickeder than Herbman Hustling.
Herbman Hustling, yeah.
Yes.
But it don't get the big show off as Herbman Hustling, and that tune should have got it.
Yes, and when Level Vibes now start, there was a rhythm named Starlight. Me, to tell you the truth, some people might say digital start from Slang Tang, right?
Yeah.
But I think Starlight was more ahead of Slang Tang.
Really?
You understand? Because Slang Tang was a rhythm that
Bobby Digital.
No. Slang Tang wasn't Bobby Digital. Slang Tang was built by a youth named the guy who sings Slang Tang. What was his name again?
That's
I have it.
Slang Tang. Oh my gosh, what's his name? Digital Styley? Not the
Oh man.
No.
And
Wayne Slim Wayne. No.
Who built that rhythm? Slang. You get me? Wayne Smith is the one who built that rhythm.
Really?
But Jammy's actually got it from Wayne Smith because this guy didn't find it. I saw the documentary on YouTube.
Really?
But yes. Jammy's didn't build that rhythm. That rhythm came from it was like a country rhythm, like something like, and they speed it up.
Because at that time, we think that's when digital started coming in, especially in Jamaica.
No, that's when they say digital coming. But already we had some Super Kid songs that was playing with by Level Vibes that sound digital up to today.
Oh.
You know, Super Kid had an album called Boops.
Yeah.
Around that time.
Okay, that's Boops put Super Cat out.
Yes, that album Boops. It used to play in a Level Vibe sound. Like every song used to play. And we have a band called Aswad in England. They had a song called Bubbling. That was more digital too.
Dubs says Staglag tune.
You understand? So and Starlag or Stagalag, any way you wanna put it. But me, I used to call it Starlag. And you know, those were the biggest hit tunes. And Level Vibes used to play some Sugar Minor, Level Vibes, and Half Pint, you know? Tunes that talk about Level Vibes.
Okay.
You understand? I think that's how they got the name Level Vibes from the records.
Okay.
Yes. And now everything changed. Switch from White Up to Zimbabwe Hall in Highfield. Now we have to travel now. You know what I mean?
All right.
Time was rough, you know?
Right.
We'll go there maybe 7 o'clock. Everybody wants to be the first person to go in the dance. You know? The dance was nice. 1985, 86, it was nice, man. The Zimbabwe old days, Level Vibes. That's when some smart good sounds like Start Time, you know, started coming up. I think Start Time came around 86 or 87. I don't know exactly, but I didn't know them, to tell you the truth. It's them who has to tell their own history. I just tell you what I know.
But you know, yes.
Yeah, because I'm not going to talk about people that I didn't know. Because most of the guys from the Start Time crew, Start Time was one of the crew that kind of come up with something different.
Okay.
But they never mesh Level Vibes. Because Farah used to go to UK. Anja B wife was a flight attendant, and you know she was always in the plane.
Okay, so
you understand, and they'll get and Jabi used to live in England, so they had links in England. Now come a next man called Dennis Wilson. Dennis Wilson now coming on the radio, and everything changed. Now we start to hear Frankie Park.
Okay.
Sarah.
Yes.
You know, he start promote most of the English music, Trevor Sparks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because he probably was getting music for free in UK.
Okay.
And he start promote more of the English stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We start hear more Smiley culture.
How much it was accepted, knowing that it was, you know, especially reggae music coming in wasn't in Shona, was in English, and how many persons at that particular time could have understand and know what was going on?
We didn't care what they were singing about. We like the beat, my friend. As long as the beat can make me move, I didn't care what. I had my whatever I was listening to, I would interpret it my way.
There you go.
And even if I want to sing, I would sing it, and everybody know the song I'm talking about. You know, even the artists, the guys who used to hold the mic, they used to lie to us on the microphone. Oh, the bad thing is there's no recordings about it.
Okay.
These guys used to sing things that didn't exist. The part where they were singing, to tell you the truth, I don't know what kind of language they were singing. It was from another world. But as long as I could dance to it, that was the most important thing. You know what I mean? We had guys like Alan Ranks, Paritzai, Culture T, Andy, who else? Yellow Vibes, Dodds. From Level Vibes, you know, it was a stable by its own. We had MCs line up. When Jabi is playing or Farai Shambari is playing, we had MCs line up just for the version. The version will play like 30, 40 minutes. And people still singing on it. Those days we used to call it toasting. And some of the guys nowadays, I notice they used to sing over other people's songs. Like they would sing over Chakadima songs or Admiral Bailey songs. Because most of these guys I'm talking about, you know, went to Group A schools, you know.
Okay.
So their English was up there.
Yes.
Compared to us, that we go to school where we speak Shona all the way from the time you go into the class, Shona. You know what I mean? These guys, as soon as they go on the school bus, they start speaking English.
Wow.
You understand? But Level Vibes was probably the best sound, and it is still the best sound in Zimbabwe. Well organized, you know, you knew who was the gate man, you knew who was selling it at the item corner, you know, the selector, their style, everybody was a unique style. You know, Farai had his unique style, you know what I mean? And Jabi had his unique style. You could tell the difference, even if you're outside of the dance, you could tell who's playing the music.
Okay, whoa.
That's how Level Vibes was.
Nice.
You know, you could tell which voices is it. Nowadays, everybody sound the same. In fact, nowadays they are talking. They're not singing. They're talking. The Zimdancehall artists, they're talking. But anyways, because I will come to the Zimdancehall when I'm finished with this popular dancer that we all got hated by our own parents. Our parents didn't like us. Believe you me. Our parents didn't approve us listen to reggae music because of the weed and because of the dreadlocks. Dreadlocks in Zimbabwe, they call it Rasta. Nobody never had time to call you dreadlocks man or locks man. They just call you Rasta. They don't even want to know your name.
And that's the condemned name, Rasta.
it's like they want to put you down. Like growing up now, I noticed that, you know, if somebody call you Rasta, it's like they don't care who you are. It's a way to degrade you, you know, to just show you that you're nothing. Right. 88, Africa was started build up. That's when I started myself in Africa. Because now it's a local sound from I live in 2nd Avenue, they live in 3rd Avenue.
Okay.
So we had other guys from 5th Avenue. These brothers, they were twins. I forgot their names. And another guy called Nyamadzao he used to have his own little sound at his house. He used to call himself Channel 1. You know, we put together whatever they had, you know, the small speakers they had, and we start the white dub again. And now the people were split now.
Oh.
You know, instead of Level Vibes getting, well, that time's Level Vibes was already split. There was Stereograph.
Stereograph.
Yeah, from like the Uroi, right?
Uroi, yeah.
But we didn't know about this. And Farai had his own sound called Top Notch. Now everybody wants to be the man. Before Farai, before he had Smallex, his sound was called Top Notch. And Star Time was practically mostly dead. Second sound that were there were dead.
Oh.
And Mickey came and we put together from Stereograph, Africa 1. Then we called it Stereo 1. That was in 89. That's the name I called that sound. It's my name. Because I had a cassette by Lieutenant Stitchy. Stereo 1 cassette, Lieutenant Stitchy.
Yeah.
1989. I got that cassette from this guy. You know, he came from England. You know, he was a good friend of mine. But to tell you the truth, I didn't really know his name. But, you know, he's a person I used to see in a dance. And I saw him, you know, he came from England driving. And I had it playing and I asked for the cassette and he gave it to me.
He gave it to you.
Yeah, you know, he gave it to me and I said, thank you. You know what I mean?
That changes.
And when I started listening to it, I just picked, they're still repeating the Stereo 1, Stereo 1, Stereo 1. And there was Lieutenant Stitchy, I think Captain Barkley, one of those guys, Captain Barkley. Yeah. But Lieutenant Stitchy was the main guy who was mostly on when they talk.
On the mic, yeah.
Because I could pick out 1 or 2 songs, Young Girl, with your size, you know. And I could pick up and say, yo, this is Lieutenant Stitchy. So Stereo 1 was actually putting 2 sounds together. Maybe 3, if you can tell me. It might be 3. Farai was part of Stereo 1 too. That is in 89.
Yep.
In 1990, 89, we had a show with what you call Eric Donaldson, and Culture. That show was promoted by Dennis Wilson and Jabi. But according to what I heard, they ran out of money.
Aye.
So they wanted another person to join in, and there was this guy called Leo Mugabe, the nephew of the former president.
Okay.
And Leo then, when Leo came in, he had to facilitate the booking of the National Stadium, the hotels. They were at Ambassador Hotel. Ambassador Hotel was already a government hotel already. And Air Zimbabwe was now run by the government. So I think he did all that through his mother, you know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
Because the mother was involved in the promotion.
The connection and stuff, so yeah.
Yes. So me and the other brethren. Some people don't want their names being, let out, so I'm not going to talk about their names here. I'm talking about me. So all about me, what I know and what I did. I used to sell tickets just outside Leo's mother's shop. She had a shop upstairs on Speaker Avenue and First Avenue. So we'd take electricity from the shop, bring it, and we'd play it, a small little tape recorder, and put a table and sell tickets for culture in First Street. That's where I met my wife, as a matter of fact. I met my wife right there.
Right there. Nice.
Yeah, selling tickets, and she just came from Canada, and she liked reggae music. I was cute those days. I wasn't like this. Yeah, I mean, I had a good hairstyle and I was well dressed.
Easier.
No, for real. You know what I mean? Like I was young. I was like 19 years old, almost turning 20 years that same year. So we're selling the tickets. One of the guys who was selling the tickets stole a book. Yeah, that book. There's a youth called Robert Joao. Robert Joao had that book. And Robert Joao acted like nothing happened, And he left, whether he cried, whether he did whatever he did. The day of the concert, they had the numbers for that book, because every book is like book. The tickets were continuous, right? So they knew the number of the book that was stolen.
Ooh.
As soon as you get in, they were putting you aside. Who sold you the tickets? Who sold you the tickets?
There you go.
And one of my brethren is the one who stole the thing. So we were then brought in. It was in the National Stadium, Everybody who was selling the tickets were brought, and there was like a bunch of guys, like 15, 16 guys, sitting down in a small little room. And they were told, who sold you the tickets? And they pointed to that brethren. And they said, this guy was there. But who sold you the tickets?
Right.
Physically. And said, that guy. But the police ended up taking me anyways. So I missed like 30 minutes of the show. They took me to Marlborough police station and whatnot. But they let me go after, other guys said I didn't sell them the tickets.
Okay.
And now we were in 1990 now. Stereo One is starting.
Yes.
We're back again at Zimbabwe. Jabi one day, in 89 still, Jabi didn't come one day.
Okay.
But I had the records because the speakers used to stay at my house.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah, the speakers and the records, some of the records used to stay at my house. And we used to play them, you know what I mean? But he never liked us to play the music, but we used to play them on a stereo. So we hired the lorry, went to Zimbabwe. Jabi didn't show up, he was sick, you know what I mean?
Okay.
No one to play the music.
So now you're proving yourself now. Opportunity.
I just played what I had. Although I knew certain songs sound like this and that. That was my first experience playing music in front of people. So a lot of people liked it. That's when I started selecting in 1989.
Yes.
Just after the culture show. That was in November, the culture show. So somewhere in November, ending of November, that's when our dance, where I started to select. Then I went to, who gave Jabi his portion of the money. And, he was happy with the amount of money we gave him. Although,
yeah.
But to him, the money was little. Because he was the boss, right? He was our boss. He used to pay us. Now we paid ourselves wholesomely. Yes. We paid ourselves a lot of money. We bought nice clothes. Look good, man. 1990. The woman left for Canada. And I have to go to Canada. She left in February. And as soon as she reached Canada, she told me she was pregnant.
Wow.
So we have to have the plan now for me to go down there. And the plan worked out. My mother paid for my ticket. A lot of people think that, it's the lady that, brought me here or paid for me now.
Well, people go to say that. Yeah.
It's my mother who paid for the ticket, She paid for the ticket and everything. And a week before, I had my own dance to raise money to buy a suitcase. And I bought a suit with it. My first time going on the plane, you think that you have to be a gentleman and a nice tie, nice white shirt, a glass shoe. I was looking very smart.
So you had a two-piece suit?
Yeah, a two-piece suit and nice white shirt, a black glass shoe, white Michael Jackson socks. And, I had a nice cut, Back in the day, I had one of the best cuts. If you go to the hairdresser, you will charge you double to have that cut.
Whoa.
Yes, man. Yes, man. So, my whole family was at the airport. To tell you the truth, it was my second time at the airport. The first time I went to the airport was when my girlfriend was coming to Canada.
To pick her up, to pick her up.
No, she was going to Canada.
Okay. That
was my first time, but I didn't tell anybody that was my first time. I acted like I knew. It is embarrassing to tell somebody that it is your first time coming to the airport.
Yeah.
The airport is not a place that anybody can go in Zimbabwe. A few people know the airport, Most of my friends knew the airport after I came here to Canada. And some of them still tell me that they don't know the airport. So I have to pick and choose who I go with. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So 1990, 91, I'm buying my tunes. Ninja Man come up.
Boom.
Buju Banton come up.
Yes.
Batty Rider.
Yes.
Acadimas and Pliers.
Out. Yes.
Cutty Rangstad come out.
Yeah, that's the era right there. Everybody is on fire.
Yeah, Shabba Ranks, Ting-a-ling-a-ling, everything. But do remember, Buju Banton was way ahead of everybody. 1992.
Yeah. Was that he had dropped Voices of Jamaica already, I think?
Yeah. You see, Buju Banton came with a different style. And I went to Zimbabwe. I introduced most of the Buju Banton songs in Zimbabwe. Ninja Man, Shabba Ranks, Chaka Dimas and Pliers. And I had a brethren called Bernard Ernest, yeah?
Yes.
And, we started going to the dance together, you know what I mean? And me and him, we used to play together as a team.
Yeah.
And Jabi would come and finish the dance. But to tell you the truth, and now the dance was uptown now. Was it Rumors nightclub?
Okay.
Now the game, it was
everything went from downtown to get to uptown now.
Yes. When I returned to Zimbabwe in 1992, the dance was in the city. So I brought a lot of commercial music, the Bam Bams, the Batty Rider. Then I did this youth called Professor Major. He had man. Professor Major is based in UK, so all those songs you can only get them in UK.
Okay.
White labels, and would play our set and whatnot. But the reward, they wanted one time. they gave me $30. Our money.
$30.
And I asked how much money was made at the gate. It was almost 3,000.
How much?
$3,000.
And you get $30.
They gave me $30. They said, oh, they will share the money ending of the year. I said, no, I don't have no time for that. I'm here now. I've got my records. I had over 1,000 songs that I brought with me from Canada.
You made it.
And you are playing.
You made the dance.
Hear me out. Jabi set. He was playing almost half of my records on his set. Because when we played Batty Ride and Bam Bam and Murder She Wrote, you would take the songs from us and you would play it. Now we have only one copy of the song. And we cannot repeat a song. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's the big man. So a lot of people don't know about that part. That every time we play a good song, Jabi would snatch that song from us.
Oh.
But there are songs like Ninja Man. I think he was in the good fun of Ninja Man. Test the High Power. You know Test the High Power? He never snatched that from us. It became our anthem. Right? And we used to play another song by Nitty Gritty. Good morning, teacher. Long time is meet them. Something like that. On Starlab. He never take that song too. So, and the Professor Major, he never take those ones too. So they became our anthems. And I said to Bernard, I'm like, yeah, man, can't do this, man. I paid $3 for one song, Canadian, and they want to give me $30. With $30, I only buy 10 songs. The dollar was almost 1:1 to American, you know. Yes, man. Our dollar was strong in the 90s. You could actually go to a bureau de change or to the bank with Zimbabwe dollars and say you want some British pounds, and they give you without saying anything, without questioning you. Because the first time I come here to Canada, you know, I didn't even come with money. I came with traveler's checks.
Whoa.
Yes, that's how our economy was.
It was good.
Yes.
Very good.
They used to give you give them the Zimbabwean money and they give you traveler's checks.
Traveler's check, yeah.
You know what I mean? Different denominations. They will give you one denomination, you go to that country, you go to the bank, and they give you the local currency of that country.
Whoa.
Yes. Even my ticket, we didn't take cash. It was paid by a check.
Wow.
That's how the economy was good. But nowadays, nobody's accepting check. So, you know, those days, why I'm talking about the check, because some guy says in dancehall now, I could hear a little bit of patois now.
Okay.
The man say, me don't take check, we take cash. Now I'm around the yardies in Canada, you know what I mean?
So now you start learning the lingo and everything going now.
Yes, and I can speak and we can conversate and I can hear a joke and I can understand the joke.
Right.
So already I was a rude boy in Zimbabwe. Now I turn more than a rude boy. I was a rude boy and a ragamuffin. Yes. Because there was songs that were coming out, ragamuffin songs. You know what I mean? With songs like, she pretty and she ragamuffin. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Wicked songs, man. Like, I think that song was done by Dixie Pitcher or something like that.
Yeah.
Or Nico Clark or someone.
The original ragamuffin song was done in the UK by some, what was the kid's name again?
No, Corner Might and Fright something. Ragamuffin Girl.
And then after, what is that a kid? There's another kid did it from the UK. Ragamuffin, you know, Ragamuffin. I forgot what the name of it, but yeah, I know what he's saying.
Right. Because now I'm getting this I don't care attitude. because I'm around Jamaicans.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no disrespect to any Jamaican.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the Jamaicans around, they didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Small little argument turned into a gunshot. People argue outside. We are in a basement. They'll come inside and shoot up the place.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And
Right.
to tell you the truth, I'm
Hold
one
on
of the luckiest people to
Hold
be
on
alive today.
Hold on 1 second. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to ask a question, you could always ask. Now, I am learning, you know what I'm saying? It's not about being in charge of an interview. My brother here is giving a story and telling certain things, and I'm also learning. I can't interrupt him in what he's saying. Okay? So if you're in the room and you feel that way, that's how it is. Continue now, my brother.
Right. So back when I was here in early 90s, there was nothing like a club playing reggae music. It wasn't even accepted in Canada in the 90s.
Yeah.
It was mostly basement dances where we used to go.
And
we had black.
And most of the reggae function were mostly in Toronto at that time.
Yes, and me, because I don't know, for some reasons, I was just dropped right in the middle of the heated place, Jane and Finch. Yes, man. Ask anybody in Canada, man.
That's a hot spot.
That's a hot spot, right in the middle of G-Food, right in the ghetto where everything is happening.
That's hot. You have the Jamaicans, you have the Africans, and
you have the Italians, you have the Chinese.
Everybody's right there.
But you see, the Jamaicans now didn't, like, they were so rough. When I say rough, they were so rough. You know, the Africans were kind of cool, you know.
Listen, me, Jane and Finch, a lot of killings. A lot.
Yeah. My friend, anything, Jane and Finch is an intersection. It's a road intersection. Those are roads. That intersection, the surrounding of it, there was connection down the lane. You know, we have G-Food, we have Tobermory, and what do we have? Up a little bit more, we had Chalk Farm, and up a little bit more, we had this place called Chuchuwe. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And now I get introduced to go to. Remember, I got buying records. I could only buy them at Eglinton. And Eglinton was a hot spot too. That was called a little Jamaica. Imagine one African surrounded by maybe 20 Jamaicans, selectors, you know, and they're hustlers, you know. Back in the day, they used to hustle hard. These guys at sound system, they didn't go to work. When you see the cars they used to drive, you wonder, how are they making their money? But I got to understand it later. They get their money this way, that way, that way. You know what I mean?
The music was there, but there was a lot of drugs going on within that time too, you know? So yeah, the music most of the time was just the front.
Yeah. I'm going to answer this guy, Chidodo. Chidodo, you know what? I was planning to come to Nottingham Carnival this year, but the person I was supposed to go to kind of changed her mind, and you know things are not that proper right now. So I'm not coming to UK. I had a 10-year ban of not coming to UK. I was deported from UK in 2009 back to Zimbabwe, but I didn't actually go to Zimbabwe. In Kenya, I called the embassy, Canadian embassy, and I told them that I was refused entry in
refused
in
entry
UK.
to
No, it was a flight. I was put on the same flight. That flight went to Kenya first. So you have to go on the same flight to go back, because that's the flight that brought you in, right? In Kenya now, because I wasn't resisting, I didn't do anything bad on the plane, so I was independent. They thought, you know, I'm understanding, but I wasn't understanding what was going on. I went to the internet cafe and find out the number of the Canadian embassy in Kenya, and I called Canadian embassy, and I told them that I was refused entry in UK, but the reason was that they didn't tell me the reason. At the end, I'll find out they said I worked in UK without a work permit, of which, how did they know that I worked in UK without a work permit without somebody telling them?
You visit, you
understand? No, I went to UK a couple times and I played sound in UK.
So they probably check and see if your name, whatever name you call yourself, is on the flyer. Then that's a problem, because you know.
No, somebody actually told them, because that time I was going to UK for 4 days.
Somebody reported you.
Somebody reported me to the UK authorities, to the Queen Mother. You understand? But you know, I don't want to throw names or whatnot. But actually, somebody in UK. That's why sometimes when I talk about UK, I have this hatred about UK people and UK itself. You know, because the UK people, especially from our own country in Zimbabwe, they just do each other so much damage. You know, somebody don't have papers, you know, somebody will report you. You get me? So that hatred became so big because I was refused entry. When I was in Kenya, they said they have no grounds to refuse you entry in UK.
Okay.
And that ticket I had to go to Amsterdam. From UK, I was supposed to go to Amsterdam. I was doing 4 days in UK, then go and live 2 days in Amsterdam.
Okay.
They said, no, you're still good, because UK, you were in transit in UK.
Okay.
You were not, if you were not in transit in UK to go to Amsterdam, you have to go to Zimbabwe, then buy another one-way ticket using a different destination.
Okay.
So they told me in Kenya to buy a one-way ticket from Kenya to Amsterdam.
Okay.
So out of the 4 days, the 2 days was killed in through the deportation. Going back, 1 day was gone. The other day was gone because I slept at the airport in Kenya. I couldn't go out. Outside of Kenya, I couldn't go out. And I went on the next flight. Lucky I had money. I had money in my bank account. I had to go to a machine, withdraw Kenyan shillings, then change those
and pay.
Yes. Then because they didn't take cards from America at that time.
Okay.
So
my
ticket was almost the same amount I paid for myself to go to Zimbabwe, but I had no choice.
Yeah.
That was in 2009. It's not like I don't want to come to UK, my people. I like to come to UK. I've been to UK more than 50 times. I've been to Housden, Willisden, Stonebridge, Wembley. That's where my Rasta Brethren live, the original rough cut.
Okay.
And I went to Warsaw. I lived with one of my brethren, so I know Warsaw a little bit. I know
Coventry.
You know, I know High Wycombe a little bit because I stayed there for like a week.
Okay.
With my next sister, so it's not like I don't want to go to UK. I like to go to UK.
But it's just the politics about it, you know.
Yes. So when I came here, my travel agent told me that avoid going to England for 10 years, and that 10 years is reaching out on ending of May.
Okay. This May coming?
This May coming.
Okay.
Yeah, May 2019. So that's why I hate England and their people. I hate them so much. Of which, you know, that's how it is. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
It's the same. It's the same thing. It's the same thing here. You know, your own country folks is like sometimes they don't want to see another person from their country come up and strive. They try to hold it down, and they stay where they, at. You know, your own country people do that most of the time.
Yeah, because
So
you see, this is the world. This is the music world. People always talk things, you know.
yeah.
That doesn't, you know.
So now
concern them.
Coming now to, I want to come to the ZimDancehall era now, because now we're coming into that era where the music, what's going on now. Now,
no, but the ZimDancehall was later. I formed our sound system in 1993, Silverstone.
Yeah, right. That's what I wanted to ask you about. Silverstone. Yeah. Where'd you get that name from?
It's the street I was living at in Toronto, in Rexdale area.
Okay.
In Silverstone and Finch. I used to go to Humber College. I was doing my course electronics engineering. I actually have a diploma, you know.
So you string up your own system then?
Yeah, I'm the only one who can string up my system.
Do you string your system in stereo or mono?
To tell you the truth, I don't know nothing about stereo or mono. I know that when I string it, it plays. Some sound comes out of it.
Because Stone Love is strictly stereo, but not every sound system string up in stereo. Mine, I used to get mine string up in stereo.
All right. When it comes to my sound system now, I have bigger amplifiers, and I have the digital ones. Those ones, I put in mono. Mono is one channel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I use one channel to get more power out of it. And I put two speakers on one channel.
You do the bridging. You bridge them.
Yeah, I bridge it. And the heavy amplifier, that's when I use both channels. So the speakers, depending on the size of the speaker.
Yep.
And the size of the amplifier. Because the bass, I like to use one channel bridged for two speakers.
Yes.
Because I have 12 speakers.
You do sub bass and medium bass.
And I have a bass booster too. So my bass is actually, it's more round. It's grounded. It's not like the bass that goes do 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 do. No. It's round. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like when some bass is like throwing a dice. A dice is not round. Mine is like a marble.
Okay.
It rolls. You know what I mean? And my tweeter and my mid-range, it sounds like a radio station. It sounds like an FM radio station.
Not horn, bullets, right?
No. These are professional speakers I bought from here. So my sound is not like a man-made sound like how Jamaicans do it. Like they buy speakers and they custom build the speakers. No.
The box. Yeah,
no, my boxes are from the shop.
Okay.
My boxes, it's like you playing a song. Therefore, it's like a radio.
Yes.
When you play my sound system, it's more like a radio. Unless if I am playing, then I put the bass booster now. Now it sounds like a sound system. But when everybody's playing the bass booster, man, it's lowered because they'll blow my bass. You understand?
Yes.
But anyways, me and Bernard, 1993, Bernard was still playing with Stereo One, and I came back here. When I went back, the very first day I went to Stereo One, we just tell them that when we started playing, they thought everything was cool, Then we introduced our sound in their crowd.
Whoa.
Yes, man.
What a surprise.
When we said this is a clash. Yeah, man. We introduce ourselves right there and then. And those times now, me and Bernard now, we're different, you know. You know, the click suits.
Uh-huh.
Bernard was wearing a brown click suit, and I was wearing a blue click suit with sequins on it. I wear Kangas, you know. Me had the blue Kanga. Bernard, I think he had the red Kanga.
You know, Kanga was like the in thing in Canada at that time too, from England.
My friend, nobody wear Kanga like Mad Minox in Zimbabwe.
Oh.
I bought so much Kanga in Zimbabwe. Sometimes I bought so much Kanga like to give it to old people. My mother never wear nothing less than a Kanga. You get me? And when I go to UK, my brethren in UK, my Rasta brethren, used to give me Kanga. You know what I mean? Because they would go to the market, Shepherd's Bush Market, Kanga was less than 10 pounds.
Okay.
Maybe 8 pounds or 7 pounds. And back then, Kanga was made in India. Now, Kanga is being made in America. Yep. It's not the original Kanga.
The original, no, it's not.
You know what I mean? It's stitched right now. It's embroidered. The one from England, you can peel out the word Kanga. You can peel it out if you don't want it. So I had so much Kangas that I had to give it out to my friends.
Okay.
Every year I bring different. I never used to like to wear a cap, you know.
Just Kanga.
Yes, because I thought a cap was for salads, you know. People who used to listen to R&B, hip hop, we used to call them
the soft guys, them, you know.
Yeah, we you know, they used to wear caps and like baseball caps. I never used to wear caps back then. But nowadays I wear caps because it's the in thing, you know.
Yeah. So
we had our sound for a while, me and Bernard. But it didn't last. It didn't last that much, me and Bernard. The issue of the money.
Okay. It's not paying you the right way, right?
No, because when it comes to money now, he was supposed to keep my portion of the money. You know what I mean? He was well up more than me. He's my brethren, but his family was well up, you know, more than me.
Right. So there's
he was more privileged than me.
Cut you short, yeah.
Yes. He was more like doing it more for passion than for the money. Me, now I wanted the money because that was the issue with Stereo One.
Okay.
So when I ask about my money and the money don't come up, it becomes a problem.
Yep. And
you know?
And the money can separate a whole bunch of things, you understand? So
yes, but it's a good thing that we never hate each other to the extent that we don't talk to each other.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But there was a period that, you know, we couldn't communicate and whatnot, you know.
So now your thing's set up.
No, we're good, man. We're good. He had his own sound with Black King and you know, why then left.
Why did you bring your sound back to Zimbabwe? You could have set up another sound system in Zimbabwe, still have your sound in Canada, but why you bring it back home?
The thing that I'm gonna tell you might not believe it. I never played sound in Canada.
Oh, okay.
I never played, not even one day. I was around Soundman, helping them, lifting up their boxes and, you know, being around them. And some guys, I had a friend who had a studio in his basement. I'll go check him once in a blue. But I never actually, here in Canada, I don't play music. I work.
Okay.
For me to earn my bread, I work for it. I work hard.
Okay.
Hard for my bread.
All right.
You know, a lot of people think I do other things, but I actually work hard for my bread. I never sell nothing.
I believe you. Because a lot of times when you go back to Zimbabwe, you do so much good, you know, and it's also documented. That's a good look.
Yep, and you know, a lot of people think I make money from YouTube. Yes, there's a little money that I make from YouTube. But that money cannot sustain my lifestyle. I put it back in YouTube.
Yep.
To grow my fan base. You know what I mean? I advertise on Facebook. You know, I have my brethren make videos and I buy them beers. You know what I mean?
What's the total subscribers you have on your YouTube?
40,000.
40, what, 43 or 40?
48.
Oh, 48,000.
Yes, 48K. So, and with the YouTube thing, I started little videos, and a brethren from Jamaica that, you know, I used to talk to, we used to work together, and he said, you know, put your stuff on YouTube, you can make a little money. And he did everything for me. That's when I started putting my videos with my guys, you know, talking about anything. Somebody will jump in the conversation. And, you know, we'll do that practically every day, you know, because the camera battery will only lasts for 1 hour. After that 1 hour, that's it. We go back to our normal lives. And we, you know, we start drink beer or whatever, go out, look for girls. You know what I mean? I'm still a bachelor. So, and I started, when ZimDancehall now was getting out there.
Right.
I started putting ZimDancehall artists from Bari. Like
from your hometown first.
Yeah, from my own neighborhood. Soldier Love, Killer T, Sekalas, Raspombi, T Makwiki, and who else? Oh, there's another one. But they were from my area.
Okay.
And I was doing to promote them because we have this other area called Chitungwiza. Chitungwiza is not a town, you know. It's actually a city. So it's this small little area called Mbari competing with this big city. You know what I mean? It's like having New York City competing with Los Angeles, California, with California. You understand? So, and the guys from Chitungwiza, they were making more noise than the guys from Bari.
We have 30 minutes.
All right. The guys from Chitungwiza were making noise more than the guys from Bari. And most producers were from Chitungwiza. You know, we had the JMPs and we had this other guy, I forgot his name, man. We had a lot of guys coming from Chitungwiza who were making good music, you know what I mean? Dancehall music. But when Chill Sport came out, we already had others small, you know, we had PTK and Ganyo Records.
Okay.
Barry. And I'll get music from there. So, and I'll get some music from Chill Sport.
So how comes Chill Sport get bigger than the other rest of guys and that was there?
Because of Fantan. Fantan markets his stable in a way that he's always on the internet.
Yes.
And I have an understanding he used to be a manager. I think he worked in a butcher before.
Is it because he have the guys and just come into the studio and he just chill out with them and just put them on the mic?
It's more relaxing at Chill Sport than some other studios, because other studios, they were doing it at their parents' houses.
Okay.
So you cannot have a lot of people in the yard.
Okay.
And you know, those ZimDancehall artists, they don't think about anybody, you know. They will start smoke their weed right in that yard or do their bronchi kind of thing. They don't care. They look like some of them, they just don't feel it that, this is not a place for doing this and that. It's somebody's house you are at. You have one guy who sings, but he brings like 6 people.
Okay.
So imagine if you have 6 singers and every one of them is coming with 6 people. That's 36 people in one small yard. Some people sitting outside in the road, some people sitting in the yard. You cannot do that.
Not looking good.
It's not a good look.
No. This is the thing that I want to get. Apart from rhythm dropping and stuff like that, is like every day there's something going on with a Zim artist. For instance, one, he just go in and how many producers he could go to, because I hear Hawinza on the same song on different rhythm for different producers. How does that work?
The thing about these artists, right? If they record something, let's say they record a song, like let's say Boss Pumako now, for example. Okay. Father Devil, he recorded it already in Mabuku. But when he came to Chill Sport, he redid the same song.
Right.
Because now Chill Sport can move you a little bit, like 10 steps ahead of the song from the other producer. Because Chill Sport is the one that is known.
Okay, hold on now. No, if the other producer had copyright that, what Chill Spot would have been in problem.
There's nothing like copyright in Zimbabwe, my friend. No. Zimbabwe is
if that
you see, the producer doesn't own the song. I own the song. If I sing the song, I own it. You own your studio or you own your rhythm. You don't own my song. You don't own my rhythm. You own your rhythm, not my lyrics. That's the attitude of ZimDancehall artists.
Whoa.
You understand? That's why most of the time, right? It's good thing YouTube is out there. We can have reference that, this song was recorded before. Somewhere else.
Right.
And in the earlys, like maybe 2015, the so-called big artists used to steal lyrics from out-of-town youths that were not known. They would sing over some youths and change 1 or 2 things.
Change the middle or change the first part. Sometimes they relap back the same verse in the song as hit the punchline or whatever, come back out.
That's what we're seeing with Jamaster and Windsor right now.
Windsor, they sound, and sometimes they sound just the same.
Yes, because Jamaster is saying, no, I did this song before, but Chill Sport wanted money for him to record the song.
Okay.
And Jamaster went to South Africa. Things are rough.
And after he did that freestyle in the studio, then he came back. Everybody started saying, whoa,
yes,
like juice.
Things are rough for ZimDancehall artists. Most of these ZimDancehall artists, to tell you the truth, some of them are going to bed without a meal. But they will save that 40 bond to go record a Chill Spot, or 50 bond to go record a Chill Spot. Whatever the amount Chill Spot wants.
Okay.
They raise it because it's that belief that old artists now, they think if you record a Chill Spot, you're going to blow up. Of which Chill Spot have exercised that part.
So hold on, Chill Spot charge the artist to record there on the instrument?
Yes, you have to pay for every recording in Chill Spot, my friend.
Really?
The only people probably that I know who didn't pay
Bazooka
from their recent recordings is those Jairus Giri kids.
Oh,
Probably they didn't pay.
the three blind kids.
Yeah, probably they didn't pay because you might do it out of, courtesy, you know what I mean? Because you see use the way they are and they want to sing, they have the passion. You give them a chance, I'll give them a little blind, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And some artists, they might not be paying, but they are signed to ChillSpot. So ChillSpot is actually like investing in you.
Oh, okay.
It's not like you didn't pay. No, they will calculate that money that you have 20 records. 20 records, if they charge $50 per recording, that's a good amount of money. You know what I mean? That's $1,000 that didn't go in their pocket. So ChillSpot started doing things different. They started owning the artists. You record with them, they will sign you.
And how? What length we talking the contract normally? What, 3-4 years?
I don't know about the details, but all I know that there's Bospu Marco, there's Enzo Aishal, Bazooka, Uncle Epatan, Master H, Windsor, X-Fire.
Yeah, X-Fire is on there. There's a female on there too. What's her name? I forgot her
name. Really, Khadija comes and goes. I don't.
Okay.
But the thing is that, right? Fountain takes his recordings as a business. Okay. Because now he has grown out of this recording, and some people might look at it the different way. Most of those young people needs to be nurtured. They need somebody that people can look up to.
Okay.
And he's playing the part, you know what I mean? It's a business.
Okay. Okay.
You know, you sing, you might be having a lot of hit songs, but we invested in your hit songs. Okay. Because most of these artists, without the exposure they get from ChillSpot, certain studios, they cannot go.
Okay. So does ChillSpot also get shows for them since they've been owned by them? Do they give them shows?
Yes. Okay. They're being owned and managed by ChillSpot. Okay. So if you want any of those artists, you have to go through the proper channel. I don't know. I think it's Fantan or Levels or Ribe, one of them. And they will tell you the days they are available, when the artist is available.
Okay. No.
Because most managers, all right, I'm going to tell you something about ZimDancehall.
Yes.
Most artists in ZimDancehall, they think a manager is a sponsor. Somebody who's going to buy them clothes. Somebody who's going to pay for their studio time. Somebody who's going to come pick them up with a car and drive into the studio. No. Yeah. And most of those managers too are not managers. They're receptionists. They just answer the phone. They don't know what they don't know what is management. Management, you create a brand of your artists.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean? You sell your artists to promoters. You go to the radio. You know? The artists don't have to go to the radio. You go to the radio.
Talk to the radio. You're selling your brand and your artist. So that's what you do.
Yes.
Making content.
Build the artists. Brand your artists. You tell the artists, you tell them on Tuesday, 9 o'clock, you're gonna be on the radio. He has to go. On Wednesday, there's a reporter, you're going to the Herald, you're going to H Metro, going to Newsday, there's an interview. This is what you say, this and that. Avoid saying these things.
Nice. I like that. I like what you
You
just
understand?
said. I like what you just said. Make a big sense.
And most of this, right?
Yep.
Some people think that artists are being exploited. No, they're not being exploited. There's no education in the artist, because the artist goes in this thing to get known. After they get known, they start thinking, oh, damn. I had four hit songs last year, but they have nothing to show off. Do you understand?
Do they write their lyrics?
Most of them, they don't write. They just hear the rhythm and sing right there and there. Most of ZimDancehall artists, they don't even know their songs. When the song becomes a hit, they start practice again.
Because they go in and freestyle, they hear the beat, they like it, there's freestyle, and it's out.
That's what happens mostly in ZimDancehall, especially when you record at a small studio, because there's no harmonies, there's no overdubbing. You know, the producer don't have time to say, all right, on this line, put another voice on it. It sounds like double voice.
Okay, all right, stop right there. Stop right there. Who's supposed to be in charge of that? Not the artist, but also the producer or the engineer who's doing it. Say, hey, dub this. Okay, you know what? I need you to come back, change your vocal a little bit. You could even harmonize your own self. Right?
Hear me out, my friend. If the producer put out a flyer and he send probably a sample to everybody, that this is a sample I have of the new rhythm.
Okay.
A 30-second sample. You come there to the studio. You're supposed to know what you're going to sing on that. The producer is going to be recording 60 to 75 artists. That's how much some of these producers record. ChillSpot had one rhythm called One Clan. It had almost 80 artists.
That's one thing I always wonder. Why put so many? We're gonna come back. Why put so many artists on one track? They used to do that in Jamaica, and it killed the track.
Why that? Because the producers don't make money after the song is recorded. They don't get no royalties. They only make the money when the artists come. You come with your $20 for the recording. So they put as many artists so that they make the money, whether they sound good or not.
True.
They don't care what you're gonna sound as long as you have the money you're gonna record.
Get out of here. Really?
You get me? So most of these people don't understand what goes on behind the scenes. That's when now this game changing that's going on at ChillSpot, where they're actually owning the artists.
Right.
Now they have more time. When they record their artist, you can hear the difference.
I hear Bazooka the other day on a track by himself. Totally different from when on the whole compilation.
Yes.
Everything was like really mixed, mastered down.
Yes, because they have the artist is there every day. They like the artist if it's Monday to Friday. If they say by 11 o'clock you have to be here, the artist is going to work. And by 8 o'clock we close the studio. They close the studio. You can go home. You know, ChillSpot is branding their artists. A lot of these producers, they don't brand the artists because they don't care about the artists. All they care is about the money they get from the artists.
They get right.
Now here comes
that's so sad though, you know. It's really sad because sometimes you put so much confidence in an artist that a person like me now, I probably write a 3-line, double it up on it. come and spit on the mic, whether I sound good or not. You understand? Within my mind, shit, I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying? I'm good.
All right. I'm gonna tell you something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then comes after you record, the rhythm is out. You get your song. Some producers don't care. They just WhatsApp you their song.
Mm-hmm.
The artists get their song.
That's the big thing. People, you gotta realize this. Most of the rhythm and how they share song in Zimbabwe is by WhatsApp, not email. WhatsApp. Because I remember I joined. I end up joining like about 3 before I dealt with Get to Deal With You. I was in like 4 different groups. I'm getting songs, like ton load of songs on rhythm. All right, you see the rhythm name, and ton load of song dropping in my WhatsApp, and I have no idea who sing this song. I don't know. There's no name. You know what I'm saying? So I just have everything come down.
That's when come. This is where I come in now.
Yes.
Me, I get songs because I know the artist. Sometimes I have to give the artist a different the song. I give it a different name. The song, whatever I hear.
Whatever is dominant in the
song, that's the name of the song.
name of the song.
And me now as a person who have been on YouTube for a long time.
Right.
A lot of people don't understand why I put like 100 songs a day. Why I put 100 songs a day on YouTube from one producer and they all sound the same on one rhythm.
Yes.
It's because I get the full pack from the producer. You know, or one of the people, the artists that's on the rhythm, they give me a song, then I ask them, can you get me the full pack? And they go and talk to the producer. The producer might not have time to send me the music through WhatsApp, but you give this guy, the guy then send me the tunes. So I'm not actually putting this music on YouTube without permission. I ask for the permission from the producer and the artist.
Okay.
And some producers, they find it fit to give me their music, to post it because I have more subscribers, although they have their own YouTube channels. So even they give me their videos,
yes, that
the videos are on their channel. They say, okay, GHETTOCROWN King, can you please re-upload this video on your channel? And I re-upload that video on my channel. They get a lot of views. They are happy.
Because right now there's no YouTube channel, no producer from Zimbabwe or anywhere have a YouTube channel that gets so many hits like yours. You're the number one.
Not really, not really, because
you tell me who.
I'm gonna tell you something that is happening right now. If somebody give me a link from YouTube, I cannot do it anymore. You gotta give me the
hard copy, the
hard copy of the video, and I'm the only one who's gonna put it.
Right.
I would like all the ZimDancehall artists to have, to have their YouTube channels, but money is tight back home.
And not all of them have the internet.
They have the internet because if they can get their songs through WhatsApp, WhatsApp needs internet.
Okay.
You understand? So most of them, they're just not doing their proper thing. They think all they have to do is to sing and somebody do the job. That's why myself, as GHETTOCROWN King, a person who was in sound system business for a long time, I just do it for fun, to have 49 songs on one rhythm and prepare them to put them to YouTube.
That's a lot of work.
It takes me 4 hours just to prepare to put them to YouTube. And we had other guys. And when you notice that everybody who does this, they're actually living in foreign. We have Tawanda Kampira in UK, does it on SoundCloud.
I know, yeah.
YesZimdancehall,
I know him, yeah.
who is in UK, who does it on SoundCloud and YouTube. And who else? I think that's it.
You have a female in the UK. I have no idea what's her name is, but
the Jungle South
she do a lot of ripping off, especially with the ZimDancehall thing.
If
can anybody call her out and put her on the spot, because she's robbing them blind?
No. Me, I'm not into the financial issues of ZimDancehall, because a lot of people, they don't know how to do it themselves. So if I put work, I'm supposed to get paid. You get me?
Of course.
A lot of ZimDancehall artists are not marketable. You cannot sell them to anybody. That's why, right, yesterday we saw one of the biggest shows that could happen in the middle of a season.
Yeah.
Enzo Aisha birthday bash.
Yeah.
A lot of people came out.
It was crazy.
Right? But why is there no sponsors? Why is there no sponsors, no advertising, no telecell, no all these telephone companies, no Econet? Why are not they advertising when they know that the traffic in this type of music goes through WhatsApp? You know, we have food outlets like Chicken Inn, Chicken Slice, you name it. Why they're not coming up on board when it comes to ZimDancehall? We don't know. You know.
One question. Marie from the UK said, "Does that mean that you're doing the dirty work for the producers?"
That means that you are doing. Yes, practically, because what I do, most producers, when they record, they move on to the next rhythm. They don't care. It's a money-making thing for them. It's a job on its own. So remember, the person who record a song, they have to master it. They have no time to go on YouTube and do everything. Some of the producers, when you ask them for the full pack, they don't even have no time to give it to you. You know what I mean?
I just can't. It's just fascinating, like that part that you just said, that is like, I'll put out a sign right now saying recording on this particular rhythm is from 9 o'clock till 12 o'clock, and they don't care who come in, as long as you come in with that money and pay, they put you on the mic.
Bridget, I'm gonna tell you something about ZimDancehall artists. There's some ZimDancehall artists they're too bright, they're too outer order.
The lyrical content.
They come in, they say, I can only record at midnight. They want you to open your studio midnight. Hey, this is a business. You cannot just come any time to my business. If you can't record at midnight I'm sleeping. Don't come. There is some artists that think they're not supposed to pay for studio time. Yes. And these same artists are the ones that are making the money. When you check it out, instead of the artist investing, first of all, I've never seen one ZimDancehall artist with a microphone. Let's say they go for a tour to England, to UK, or South Africa. Those are the two major countries.
And they
England, London.
They go to Australia too.
Australia is a loss, man. the promoters in Australia, they do it for fun. I don't know how they make their money, but Australia is a different thing, man. I was there. I witnessed it.
Okay.
I don't know how they pay the artists. It's a different story. Australia, I don't have the market. The market right now, ZimDancehall was swallowed by UK, UK meaning England.
Yes.
And ZimDancehall was swallowed by South Africa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? ZimDancehall is no longer in the ghetto. Like before, ZimDancehall was in Barry. It's Stoddard. That's where we say ZimDancehall.
Way easier.
And ZimDancehall was at Chitungwiza Aquatic. We say ZimDancehall.
Yes.
But now, you know, they're starting to notice that this thing is bigger than a small little hall. We can do it in a 15,000 capacity place like City Sports Center, and still people can gather around at City Sports Center. You understand?
Dadan said, what do you think is the solution to all of that?
Mother Chris, the solution to this, first of all, we need more pasapasas to come back so that the artists can.
When you say more pasapasa, break it down.
Pasapasa is a free show. It's a free show that mostly the boyaman does the pasapasa. When I say boyaman, the people know. The herb hustlers, you know. Yeah, man. Those are the people who earn the money in Zimbabwe.
Okay.
That can keep a pasapasa because they'll be still selling their stuff there, right? So they can make back their money. Me, I used to do it because I'm coming from Canada, right? I have my own money. I can do a pasapasa.
I know you did you do a lot of stuff, especially when you leave from Canada. Like you go in there, you spend so much time there, and you go down. That's the good part about it. You in your community. You understand?
Yes.
And you do so much. You understand? Even though you're with the music, but you still do so much when you go there and visit. You understand? And that's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know?
And pasapasa now, it will help the artist to perform in front of a crowd and see a good response.
Okay.
Because most of these artists, right, they will have a hit song and they're put on in a bigger stage. Now they cannot sing.
Yeah, they can't sing.
Because they're studio artists.
So is this what you guys call you guys call it DJ
like a
clash?
blues dance?
Is it a DJ clash? That's what you guys call DJ clash or something like that?
No, DJ clash. DJ clash is pasapasa is when DJs from anywhere you come and play. No one is paid. Artists from anywhere you come and sing their songs all night on a street corner or in front of the shops, you know.
And they get the whole vibes. There's a lot of people there that they can build up their confidence if they go to a
right.
Yeah.
And you have the kids can listen to their favorite artists, you know, and you have the local people who selling their wares like boiled eggs, drinks, and everybody benefit from it, including the artists.
Back to the basic. No, you also, I know we're wrapping it up here. You also have on YouTube ZimDancehall banned songs. How many songs that being banned in a week? How does that go?
The radio in Zimbabwe, they are picking up on the new slangs that are out there, like Stonin, you know, Zimdancehall. You know, those songs are popular out there, and people
popular in the streets, but
yes, lula lula.
The lyrical
now people understand what is lula lula. They know what it is now. No. You know what I mean? It's some women private parts. So they know, they now understand. But when the song,
but you know what? It's the same thing. It's the same thing, just like in Jamaica. The band song is the most popular song in the streets or in the underground. You know,
Yes.
it's the most popular songs. It's like if you ban this, if the government ban this song tomorrow, this song blow up the next day because everybody like, oh, we can't hear this on the radio, but we're hearing it here, and it.
This is the point I was getting to. That's when you have to brand yourself. Look at me. My name is Godfrey CHAFUDZIKA, right? That's a brand at school, at work.
Mm-hmm.
People have to know me and respect me when I'm at work. They know who I am, right? And when I used to play Silverstone, my name is Minox. And they know me as Minox in Silverstone. And when I do videos, people call me Mablango. When you say Mablango, everybody know who you're talking about. You know what I mean? And when I'm on YouTube now,
Mm-hmm.
I take Minox out, everything out. I brand my YouTube GHETTOCROWN King. But it's the same person, but I'm just like branding myself.
But also,
You have to separate.
you also have another attachment to that. Another one that you have in Zimbabwe is called because I get music. I see music in there also. What's the name of it? Ghetto something.
YeZimdancehall Ghetto, because I don't want to mix my videos and my GHETTOCROWN King. I'm focusing on a lot of things right now because I reach a time that probably I should retire from what I'm doing.
There's still more work to be done.
I've done so much work, especially building ZimDancehall to the level it is.
Yeah.
And I have really built one gospel artist in Zimbabwe, Matthias Mary. He's going to have his album launch ending of this month.
Okay.
I'm actually the PR, you know what I mean? For him, I do a lot of things for him. I don't get paid, remember. I do it out of love because you see a potential in a person and say, hey, this person should be at this level, but no one is helping him. You know what I mean? And I take it onto myself and said, all right, this month I'm gonna focus on this guy. Like when Jamaster came out, I said, you know what? I'm gonna look for all Jamaster songs and try put them up in one thing. And everybody started understanding who is this young man. And every producer that I deal with who records Jamaster today, they start give the song to me. So it's like the artist needs that one person in their life. We have people in Zimbabwe. We have a youth called Vocal, GODFREY. Yes, that youth, if he's your manager.
Volcano, right?
No, Vocal, like the clothes that what's that guy name in the hip hop Nelly?
Okay.
His name brand Vocal.
Yeah.
We have that youth. If he manages an artist, he goes out of his way and push that artist. And more time when I reason with Vocal, we could talk. Like, I know this youth from when he was born. You know what I mean?
Why you never take up managing one of these guys then? You have so much.
I cannot manage anybody right now. You know why? It's like fooling somebody and take away their time because I don't live in Zimbabwe. You need a person on the ground in Zimbabwe who is in love with ZimDancehall, not the money.
Yes.
You understand? You have to have the passion for the music first.
Music, that's true.
Yes. And you know that you are dealing with people, ganja smoking people, broccoli drinking people, cough syrup. You have to have that understanding.
That's the big.
You have to know your artist. What kind of drug does your artist take? If he's taking crystal meth, Mutoriro, you have to know your artist. If you don't know your artist, you will try to stop your artist from doing what keeps them going.
That is taking over a lot of artists in Zimbabwe, the drugs.
The drugs is a major part. That's why, me personally, I think if the youth just don't, if you do the drugs, all right, don't do it in public. Hide yourself. Because how could we get sponsorship on a genre that is surrounded by people that are taking drugs?
Yeah, because the sponsor's gonna say, I don't wanna be a part of this. You know, and there you go. ZimDancehall go be in the struggle. Wherein it is one, you know, it's very up going right now. The fire's rising.
You know, to tell you the truth, this is not something. ZimDancehall is one genre. When you talk about ZimDancehall, the name drugs come. Weed, broccoli, mutoriro, methylated spirit. And these youths, they are now advanced. They now experiment with certain things, you know, bulb, you know, like energy saving lights. I don't know what they're smoking out of it. I don't know what they're doing with the bulbs. You know, they're just experimenting to the highest level. You know, some of them they mix things up.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, as I say, you know, give me say 5 minutes. You tell me now, if any one of the ZimDancehall artists looking at this video right now, or decide that they want to be an artist, putting out their music and things like that, what would you say to them right this minute?
Your friend will never be your manager. That's the first thing. Your friend always hail you up and say, you know what? You are the best thing. Your friend cannot be your manager. That's one thing. Your friend is your friend.
Mm-hmm.
And don't be like, a lot of them are fooled as soon as they become superstars.
The hype.
One or two people say, oh, this guy need proper manager. No, there is a manager already. That guy is actually the person that brought him up to that level.
Right.
If you want to come and help so that we can elevate him from where he is, yes, come. That's when the promotion starts.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing where a lot of artists, they don't understand what is a promoter and a sponsor and a manager.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they don't understand that. These artists, they don't understand. A sponsor is somebody who is actually probably advertising with you,
mm-hmm.
making you look good. And at the same time, they're benefiting. If they have a business, they are benefiting out of it. A promoter now is a person who wants to make money from you or with you. And at the same time, bringing you to another level. You are right here, you are known, but he's going to take you from that level and elevate you. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But most promoters are not promoters.
I was just about to go say, because
they just organize an event.
Have a lot
after that, pay you, they don't give you.
A lot of promoters don't have links.
You understand? They event organizers. After that show, they don't talk to you. They don't care about you.
Mm.
But they are promoters
Mm-hmm.
that are there, but they don't have the time. You understand? For them to deal with 5 guys. But there are promoters that say, all right, let's put, for instance, we have the promoter, he promoted Killer T and Soldier Love and Sekalas. But the person he really wants is Killer T.
Mm-hmm.
He would promote Ja Praiser and put Ja Praiser with Killer T.
Killer T.
You know, the show is GHETTOCROWN's show, but he wants to steal GHETTOCROWN's people and expose Killer T to GHETTOCROWN.
That's smart thinking right there.
You understand? That's a promoter. You understand? You are elevating, you're bringing your artists
and
right elevating from the usual ZimDancehall.
And that's like a resume for the artist, because you can say, I opened the stage for GHETTOCROWN.
Right.
You understand?
And if there's an international show, let's say Davido comes, that promoter will go to another promoter that is promoting Davido and say, all right, Bridget, you know, your organization is bringing Davido. Can you please put my artist? I pay him on that Davido show. You don't have to pay him anything. I will pay him. Because you put Killer T with Davido now. Now people think that, yo, this guy, if he plays with Davido, he must be good.
Yeah, that's
or if he plays alongside Popcorn, they think, oh man, this guy is good. Now his branding is gone up.
Yep.
Now as a promoter now, you start making your money because you already invested in this guy. You know what I mean? You sit down with your artist and tell him, say, hey, you know what? When you go to this show, you're going to play these 3 songs, not more than these 3 songs. Play the hit songs, make the people go crazy. You understand? But a lot of artists, when they are featured on some other artists, international artists, they overdo it. No, the show is not yours. The main is coming.
They're mic hungry. They're mic hungry.
Yes, you know? They think the hype they are getting, the people didn't come for you. You're a local artist. The people came for Popcorn. They came for Davido. You know, just do your set and walk away.
Yes.
You understand? That's when you see artists that do 1 or 2 songs that, you know, the crowd kind of say, you know, start walk to the bar. You know what I mean? But as a promoter now, if you want to promote an artist, talk to those people and say, hey, you know what? What time you starting? The gates are open at 6. There's going to be a DJ from 6 to 8. People will be walking, going to the bar, drinking, you know what I mean? Trying to get their groove on.
Yes.
You talk to the promoter and say, all right, while people are drinking and relaxed, can I put my artist for 5 minutes or 10 minutes? Do remember, a studio song for a ZimDancehall artist is 3 minutes. But when you're performing it live, if it's a good song, you can go 10 minutes. Or you can go less. You just do 1 minute, switch on. Go to another song. 2 minutes, switch.
Okay.
And walk out of the stage, people loving you.
Since you say that, we're gonna end, but on a wrapping up note. Now, how does that work when the artists themselves don't have a TV track to go around with? So how does that go?
The CD track, what do you mean? Like the version?
Track, their own instrument track to perform, the performance track.
The instrumental, right? You're supposed to get it from the producers.
How many of them right now can get that from their producer?
You have to pay for it.
Oh, okay.
Instrumental is just like if you want to go in a medley, in a ZimDancehall medley of a rhythm, you actually have to pay for it because some studios pay for the medley. Some studios, they want the artist to pay for it. You understand? If the guy who's doing the medley is charging $500 and he wants 10 people, so it's $50 an artist.
Wow.
You understand?
Wow.
So most of these artists, they don't really understand. They only want to be known.
They're known and broke.
There's no business part side of ZimDanceHall right now that is more solid. Yeah, we might see one or two, but one or two, when we're just gonna say one, is stopping a chill spot.
All right, give me 4 ZimDanceHall artists right now you think that is out there as a brand. 4.
4.
Yeah.
We have Sekalas, we have Killer T, we have Soldier Love, although sometimes he does things that I don't agree with. And this youth, GHETTOCROWN.
Okay, GHETTOCROWN.
Yeah,
okay.
We have Soldier Love, Killer T, Sekalas, and GHETTOCROWN.
Okay.
That's 4. Because
what am to not you?
Hear me out, right? Because a lot of people is gonna jump in and say Winky D is a ZimDanceHall artist.
No, Winky D
is an artist.
Okay, but don't you think he do meddle into dancehall? Okay, Winky D, I think he has some dancehall.
No, he started as dancer, but now he's just an artist, right? Yes, this other guys.
He's doing this.
Freeman too. There's a guy called Freeman.
He's following the same trad as GODFREY.
Yeah, but in ZimDanceHall, you can add Freeman to that. He's a brand.
Okay.
Because Freeman hold the whole stable. Like when you say HKD, everybody knows that you're talking about Freeman.
Right, that's true.
You see it. But we have some elders, like Gaspi Warrior, Dazadi. Those guys, they are brands on their own. Sniper Storm.
Why you don't hear about them that much though?
Because a lot of people always want to hear something fresh, something new. Because you see, these guys, when they started singing, their lyrics is being used in a different way by this younger artist.
Yeah, and there wasn't ZimDanceHall then.
Yes, we have a youth. We also have another youth called D-Flex. D-Flex is the guy who started the style that you hear all these artists are doing now. Yeah, man. Ask anybody in Zimbabwe, they'll tell you all this style that Enzo Aisha is doing, Boss Pumako, all this talking they're doing. Because right now it's like the funny moment of ZimDanceHall. Pachishona pedu toiti nyambo. Warutaura nyambo hapana mazwana. It's like the comic part of ZimDanceHall. These guys give you something to talk about.
Yes.
Nothing educational, but something to talk about. You have to figure out, oh, they're talking about this person, that person. You know what I mean? But most of their songs, they're actually talking about somebody. It's not singing. It's talking.
It's talking. Professional style.
Right. Some guys like Sekalas, they sing. GHETTOCROWN sing. Killer T sing. Freeman sing. These guys are just, there's that hype, that different style that came and everybody just love it. You know what I mean? It's their moment. We can't fight it. You know what I mean? It's a moment. They have to enjoy it. We have to love it.
GODFREY.
Yes,
You say
I love the vibes in Zimbabwe right now.
Yes.
Because if an artist that is less than a year out there can fill up City Sports Center on a birthday bash,
you can't beat that. They stole my show yesterday. Everybody was tuned into it.
Yes, that was history. I think it's the first time that any artist that is less than 6 months being known
like
that can do that. And the good thing about what Enzo Aisha did and the promoters of the Enzo Aisha show, the birthday bash, they managed to bring the elders, the younger guys, and they also brought one artist that I was shocked to see, Blot.
Blot. He's doing his thing, you know. He's doing his thing.
That was a good thing. That's the unity we want in ZimDancehall.
Yes.
You see, ZimDancehall has no unity. If you don't unite among yourself, that's when you give other people room to destroy you. They're coming with this divide and rule thing. But I think it was Fantan's idea, if I would like to assume, if it was Fantan that brought Blot to the stage, that was good strategy. And when Enzo Aisha came and asked the elders to come on the stage, that's a D, and that was good strategy, because it helps out to keep these guys relevant.
Yep.
You get me?
Yeah.
Without it's like Buju Banton is out now, right?
And everybody want to associate themselves now with Buju to be out there too.
Right. You see, what Buju is doing is bringing the elders, the younger people together. You bring in Kofi. And Kofi, that young girl, had to perform at a crowd that was out of this world.
Yeah.
And Barry Salmond, Marcia Griffiths. That's the unity we want in the music, especially our reggae music. Because at the ending of the day, whether it's ZimDancehall or reggae music from Jamaica, the basic name is reggae music.
Yes.
And reggae music, we sing about love and unity.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Peace, justice.
Yes.
If we don't have those things in our music, it's going to be war.
Yeah.
And it's going to be tribal war. That means this artist is going to talk bad about that artist. That artist was going to talk bad about that artist.
I have to stretch it for another 2 minutes. Right now, there's a lot of artists that's doing the diss. What's up?
The diss is because
is it now, like, because I noticed when they had this big diss with not bazooka,
Mad Viper.
Mad Viper, and then people keep going at it. I even searched like diss track. There's a lot of diss track out there for Evil on Winky D.
Is that
recognition? Because let me put on that diss track for, especially on Winky D. Somebody may say, "Whoa, he's kicking." Is that some form of recognition?
You know what? Some people say Colors went into the game when he started dissing Winky D. The truth of it. We need the diss songs. We need the class songs. Okay. We need the love songs. We need the social commentary. We need the political songs.
I drop it sometimes. It's the best I ever seen out there so far.
You understand? In every musical thing, right? Even in Jamaica itself. We have the guys who always want to talk bad about the next artist. And we have a guy who only talk about girls. And we have a guy who talks about politics, social injustice in the country, And you have a guy who talk about Rasta. So it's just a style, a different style.
And what about naming? They always name themselves just like close to a Jamaican artist, like you have Junior Spraga, Lady.
Do remember, ZimDancehall is not original, ZimDancehall is a product of Jamaica, of reggae music. See, Jamaica should be happy that their music gets so much influence out of Jamaica. Because the amount of music that is coming out of Zimbabwe, Jamaica doesn't have that amount of music right now.
Nope. Nope.
You understand? When Jamaica is turning to hip hop, some guys in Zimbabwe are taking that reggae music and starting to own it.
Right now, Gambia is putting out more cultural artists than Jamaica.
They're putting more cultural sounds
than Jamaica right now.
That's what's wrong about Jamaica right now. Jamaica, in 100 years from today, you're going to hear somebody say reggae music originated in Africa. We're going to steal that music. Because there's no Jamaican that is actually doing it except Chronics. And Buju Banton is out. Now we have two guys now. We have Buju Banton, we have Chronics that are doing reggae music. Winston Rodney is old. He can't keep on doing that. You know what I mean? We need more reggae music, because reggae music, you don't listen. You see reggae music, you can sit down and listen to it, and hear it
and relate to it.
Yeah, and you can play it over and over and over and over again. That's why you hear dancehall music. They don't last too long. Reggae music. Bob Marley was doing reggae music. Peter Tosh was doing reggae music. Eric Donaldson was doing reggae music.
Real
Frankie Paul, hear me out. Frankie Paul was doing dancehall music. When he died with this music. Nobody, I'm telling you, you can go to a dancing anywhere in Jamaica or the world. Nobody play Frankie Paul anymore because he's dead. But people still play Bob Marley. Why? Because reggae music lasts longer than dancehall.
Of course.
You understand?
Listen to me.
Chronic, Coffee, Cockatoo, they will last.
Yes.
Yes, Cockatoo started from dancehall, but the switch you went to reggae music.
Substance in the music. Substance in the music. But even though people is saying ZimDancehall are gonna fade out, I don't think so.
ZimDancehall is all about numbers. You see, that's one thing. How could you kill over like almost half of the country? 7 million people like ZimDancehall. Every combi, every public transportation in Zimbabwe plays ZimDancehall. So you cannot kill it. You know what I mean? I got my friend Sibo. Now she just coming. Yo, you see this girl Sibo? She's a DJ in America. I think she is in Texas somewhere there.
Oh, really?
I gave her an album of Shaky T. And she listened to it. In Zimbabwe, they were not listening to it. Sibo gave it to somebody on the radio in Zimbabwe. And we had a hit song, I'm Satimat. And this was all because somebody in America,
send it to play.
Me personally, I just put it on YouTube and relax but somebody in America, Sibo, got that song, played it on your online radio station, send it to a DJ in Zimbabwe, and they made it a hit. That's why a lot of people don't look at us as the force to reckon with. But me, I'm not gonna wait for somebody to give me respect. I'm not gonna beg for it. I'm gonna take it.
Yes.
Until you recognize me and they acknowledge me.
Yes.
I'm the greatest when it comes to reggae music in Zimbabwe.
Listen to me. I cannot say, I can't even add to it. You came, you saw, and you said it. Thank you very much. And definitely I always say ZimDancehall to the world. I want to thank you and things like that. Also, you was introduced to me by Suki. Link up and
Yeah, man, big up Suki.
Yeah.
Every time.
Get the
I do
music.
remember, you know, there was a guy named Smiley in Zimbabwe. You know, we can't forget Smiley.
Smiley.
Yeah, man. Smiley says him dance out to the world.
Mm-hmm.
Smiley is the youth who made that ZimDanceHall big on the radio station, you know?
Yes.
Now, everybody's saying, why is ZimDanceHall getting a lot of airplay on the radio in Zimbabwe? It's because we are the youth who took a chance
And
played it.
yes.
I played music that wasn't on the playlist on the Zimbabwe radio. Because you remember, you know, Zimbabwean radios are closely monitored by politicians, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, man, they control everything, man. Politics control Zimbabwe music and the radio station and the newspaper. So this youth called Smiley actually changed that. Yeah, man.
Yes.
The same thing that my sister in America, Sibo, did to the album. He gave it to people that normally don't play.
Don't play there. Well, listen to me. If you notice in my room on Saturday, most of my folks didn't know anything about ZimDanceHall, and I got faithful fans who stay in the room, and I also have a reggae artist who is on the chart right now. Keith Cole is in the room right now. He just says ZimDanceHall to the world. He loves Zim. You understand? Keith Cole. So thank you.
Hear me out. When it comes, I'm in a group called World Music. I think it's run by a Jamaican. It's on Facebook.
Okay.
And when I put my songs there, like sometimes I put one or two, you know,
just to feel it out.
Yes. There is more people listening to ZimDanceHall worldwide. You know, they're accepting the music. It's very hard for music that is coming from the gutter.
Yep.
To be listened to.
And especially
it's just like reggae music.
Especially it's in Shona.
No, it's like reggae music, Bridget. In Zimbabwe, without Bob Marley, nobody would ever accept reggae music.
True.
You get me?
True.
But it does. We don't say that there was no reggae music. Reggae music was there in Zimbabwe before Bob Marley.
But Bob Marley came there and
Bob Marley came, saw, and conquered, and changed the whole ball game when it comes to the music in Zimbabwe and the whole of Africa. Because when you see, reggae music played a big role in liberating Zimbabwe and South Africa. Because the guys in Jamaica would sing about, you know, songs of oppression that is being done to Africans and South Africa and this apartheid, you know?
And a person could relate to that.
Right. But most of these people, all they were singing about is what they were reading. Most of them, they don't even know where those countries are. So some guys, I see them here, and they said, "Hey, yo, Bridget, where you say you're from?" I say, I'm from Zimbabwe, man. Well, I used to hear about Zimbabwe a lot when I was in Jamaica. I'm glad to meet somebody from Zimbabwe. Do you have even $1 note to give me just to show to somebody in Jamaica that I actually met somebody from Zimbabwe? You know, because all the big artists in Jamaica right now and before, they performed in Zimbabwe.
Luciana,
no other place beautiful.
Luciana is coming there when? Luciana is supposed to be there next month?
Luciana came twice, my friend, before.
Yeah, and Luciana also talk about ZimDanceHall the other day. He was promoting it. ZimDanceHall. Luciana said that. ZimDanceHall.
Hear me out. There's a girl who asked me, Mary, you know, reggae music, yeah?
That girl, he said that.
Yeah, reggae music. You see, the dance is in reggae music, right? When I mean the dances, I mean the dancing.
Oh, the Zim dance is awesome.
No, the dancing. You see, in Zimbabwe, we have clocks. in Jamaica, we had a lot of bogo and, you know, a lot of people who their art was only in dancing. So when those guys bogo used to dance, some people take the art, and who take the art is the white people in Sweden. Yep. And that art goes on TV, so but the actual person who does the dances in Jamaica suffering. Sometimes, so you know, that's why you talk about copyright, but do remember, Bridget, if I may ask, you're from Jamaica, right?
Yeah.
Clean your house before you clean other people's house. Talk to the Jamaican artists that dance to copyright their dances. Because we have a lot of stolen dances from Africa that Beyonce do. And people think that Beyonce originated that.
That's true, bro. That's true. Straight up true. Straight up. You're totally right.
And girls in Germany, in Italy, Sweden, they go to Jamaica, they talk to two guys and they say, I want to go to the Paso Paso. I can pay you, darling, I can pay you, darling. They go down there, they see the moves, they take the moves. These girls are professional dancers in their own countries.
This is me. My brethren Dad said that no promoters, only hustlers in Zimbabwe, in ZimDancehall.
Yes, man. Yeah. Most people are hustlers, dreadlocks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotta show love to Dad too, because he also always, you know, touch base with me with music and, you know, enlighten me on some things too. So I gotta show him respect also. Yep.
Yeah, man. Maldi Chris give me some music, man. He's got his own youth called T-Flex.
Yeah, T-Flex. Yes.
Yeah, man. Doing his thing. So that music, that youth needed to push.
Dan, big yourself up. Enough respect. I gotta mention you also. All right, we gotta cut it. I tell you, I could sit. One thing with me when it comes to you, I could sit and just let you talk for 2-3 days, and I'm learning.
You going anywhere or what? You can talk to me and split the conversation, man.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because you see, right now we are talking about the international part of the music.
Right.
And that's when ZimDancehall comes in and reggae music. Like what most of the... Do you know that Jamaica itself, sound systems in Jamaica, they're not playing the same doublets like the Italian sound system, Japanese sound system.
You know,
you go to an artist right now in Jamaica, and you're Jamaican, you know, and you ask them for a dub, and you say, I got so much. They tell you, oh, Mighty Crown give me so much money, so you have to up your game, my youth.
Yes.
I'm not Mighty Crown.
Yes.
You understand?
And Shabba Ranks, I call them ass name because they do that to me. Shabba Ranks is also the main one that do that bull crap. Mavado also start doing that. You understand? And it's really, really sad.
You know, that's why you see one thing about my YouTube now, because you know me through the link you got from Suki, my YouTube channel, right?
Right, yeah.
This is the wrong thing about Jamaica now. Me, my YouTube is everybody. Unless if it's somebody like Winky D, doesn't want his music on my channel. And I respect that. And I have T-Man, he's a producer. He doesn't want his music on my channel. I respect that. You know, now we have Toki Vibes. He doesn't want his music on my channel. I can name those people.
What about you?
It's out of respect. They have their own channels. They're doing their own thing. I have Killer T. He's doing his own thing. You know what I mean? I, as a person, I have to respect other people's work.
Okay.
Right? So, in Jamaica now, it's not the same thing. On the radio in Zimbabwe, it's not the same thing. The radio DJs in Zimbabwe, they only play the artists that they are, you know, friendly with. If they're not playing the music, they're playing artists, maybe the artists that pay them money. You understand?
The same thing in Jamaica. If you're not paying,
one of these days, man, we have to take baseball bat and beat them up.
Just go right through. I say a blowtorch.
My friend, sometimes I feel like it, you know. When I'm in Zimbabwe, I have nice, good dancehall songs from out of town, like from Chinoye. You know what I mean? We have that youth X Fire. He just blew this year, but the song was from last year. That pissed me off, you see, man. We have guys in Mutare, you have guys in Gweru that don't play on the radio. You know what I mean? We gotta do the Bob Marley thing on there, man. Get some guys in the car, bring the songs inside, hold the bets and say, play this.
Play that.
Yeah. And I call the guy in the car, do you hear it?
A serious thing.
Yes, man.
A serious thing.
I beat them up. Some of the DJs on the radio station on YeZimdancehall, I beat them up. They want this ragamuffin style.
Yeah,
and they go and they say, oh, sing dance to the world. What world?
Yeah.
Sing dance to your house.
You're right. You're right. They got the format where they could put it out there and they're not. But also, do you think it's because of the politics? But again, you say they're collecting money to play the artist, so that's a different thing.
No, man. It's not. All right. If, let's say, a producer from Chinoyi, if going Chinoyi is too far, a producer from Chitungwiza, I live in Harare City now. The studios are in Harare. Two studios are in Barre. Star FM and ZBC. One they're in Barre. One is in Newlands. One is in the Highlands. 4 in Harare. Those are the most recent studios, right? And the producer want to do a rhythm launch on the radio. The radio DJ start talking about money. All right, you give me something. You are being paid from the radio station already. What do you want from me? And, you know, they don't have no fair play when it comes to certain producers.
It's sad.
Very sad.
It's sad.
That's why our music will never grow. People are playing their friends.
Yep.
Not the music. You go to a pasa, same thing. People are playing their friends. Play the music.
In Jamaica, you have the radio announcer is turning producers. So he producing, and who he producing, that's who he playing. If you want your song to be played, you got to pay him. So
you know, in Zimbabwe, we have that problem. This problem is a little bit different. Some artists now have studios. So the whole album is done in one studio. The sound the same, my friend. If you are making an album, even the great Michael Jackson, he never used one studio or one producer. Snoop Dogg,
because every producer and everything, they have their own different style.
Bob Marley
thing. Yes.
You understand? Bob Marley himself, he go to Studio One and record. He go to his studio, Tough Gang. He go to this other producer and record.
Everybody
you bring in new ideas. You know what I mean? You know, imagine having a Buju Banton album, all songs made by Penthouse. It not gonna sound good. Isn't that so, my brethren? Hello.
Marie, Google does not give the perfect translation in Shona. Does not.
No, it
doesn't. I tell you, if you use Google translation, they could say, I went up the hill, and it tell you that some of the Trust me on that. I know. Google
You know, let me tell you something about Zimdancehall. You think the corruption, like how these guys say, Chido, there's a lot of corruption in Zimdancehall. But yesterday, there was no corruption. Those guys can do better if they work together. The more the merrier.
Yes.
You understand? Get everybody the exposure they need. And these hustlers, very soon, next month in Zimbabwe is going to be winter, June, July. You won't see a promoter promoting anything.
Really?
Zimbabwe is 4 summers, my friend. Now it's summertime. After June, July, August is summertime again.
Whoa.
Yes. The promoters, like right now and after this month, the music industry in Zimbabwe is dead. If you don't have hit songs to go to UK, to America, to Australia,
already,
then you're gonna be dead. You know what I mean? The economy is not moving that well. And my problem too with Zimdancehall, everybody wants to release their songs on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah. Why
can't you release their songs on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday? Then go on the radio on Wednesday after you release your songs. When we hear about it, you understand? You only release your songs one day. Everybody give me rhythms on Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night. No.
And then you have over how many hundreds of songs to deal with?
Like, all right, if I post on my YouTube, if I post 100 songs, would the listeners go through all the 100 songs? No. They would listen to 1-2 songs and move on to next rhythm, listen to 1-2 songs. But if the producers now, they can, talk to each other. We don't have that bonding with the producers in Zimbabwe. That, you know what? I'm releasing my rhythm next week on Wednesday. I already told you I'm releasing. Stop releasing yours. Release it on the next Wednesday. You know what I mean?
It's a dog-eat-dog world.
It doesn't work because too much of everything is good for nothing.
Yes.
If you eat too much food, you're going to die.
Yeah.
If you exercise too much, you're going to die. If you have too much money, you're going to die. You know what I mean? Just have enough.
We got 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yes, But, a lot, that's why when we come this topic about promoters, the promoters, they are greedy. They want to have it all. In one show, they want to make their money in one show.
They want to make one big sum. Yeah.
Yes.
And they milk everything.
That's when we want the real promoters that can nourish and cherish and build the artists.
All right. I got a question.
Yes, sir.
I know, and I notice this a lot. Why anytime a Zimdancehall show is keeping in the UK, there's always 2 locations where it's been kept. Coventry and what's that? Lancaster? Leicester. Yeah. Why?
Because some people in UK believe that there's a lot of people in Leicester than any other place.
We have more Zimbabwean
people than any other
location.
No, they believe maybe the venue is cheap and there's a lot of people that are in Leicester. And London is very expensive.
Yeah. Oh, forget
my friend, London
is, forget that.
London, it doesn't have parking. You go to London, you can find a place to park your car. It's too congested. And I'm quite sure for the promoters, the event organizers of UK, we call them promoters in UK, they would prefer doing it out of town, like, you know, Leicester and other places, you know, than to keep their show in London, because the venue in London probably will be 3 times the money they'll pay for the venue in Leicester, because London is a city, you know.
Yeah, and then they won't make that big sum of money that they be making.
Yeah, and you know, and the jobs, and somebody said, you know, there's a lot of people in Leicester, and probably most jobs are in that area, West Midlands of UK, you know. So you go where the money is.
Yep.
And if you are an event organizer or a promoter, you're not doing it for charity, you're doing it for money, for profit. You know? That's why most people in this ZimDancehall, they always lose that thing, that vibe. The minute the money comes in play, that's when they, you know, they lose the style.
I was listening to DJ Mbali, and he was discussing how much some of these artists here get paid. And I was totally surprised. He's saying even some of these artists get like 50 pounds, 80 pounds.
My friend, some artists go to UK just to go on the plane.
100 pounds.
They go to UK just to say that I went to UK.
No money.
No money. They get second-hand clothes from the so-called promoters. Maybe $100 on top of that. And you see, things have changed now. Promoters, some of the promoters cannot afford to put artists in a hotel. They have to live at the promoter's house. So you got no freedom. You know what I mean? You come out of the plane, you know, you want to zone out. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's first time on a plane. And you are in a house, there's a kid running all over the place. The TV is on. How you concentrate on your own lyrics, on your performance? You know, you want to take pictures in your hotel room. You know, make some little dance moves in the hotel room when on a mirror. You know what I mean?
Yeah, upload it.
Yes, and you know, prepare yourself. How could you, an artist, prepare himself when he's living with the promoter in the house?
Promoter trying to keep the expenses, yes. You know what I'm saying?
Promoters, you should stop that.
Yeah.
Put the artist in the hotel. Wow. Even a cheap hotel is better than you putting them and you salsa eaters cooking salsa for them.
Hey.
Cook the salsa and bring it to the hotel and give it to them.
Leave my salsa alone, okay?
Yeah, these salsa eaters.
I love salsa.
No, for real. For real.
I know, it's real talk. Yeah.
Let the artists have that feel of importance.
Yeah.
To say, all right, I came here, I've never slept in a hotel. They put me in a hotel. You know, and artists from Zimbabwe don't know, some of them, they don't know the standards of the hotel, that if this is a 5-star or a 3-star or is a no-star.
Or is a no-star, yeah.
You know what I mean? They need their independence. You know what I mean? Those guys cannot fart in peace. You come from Zimbabwe, you eat airplane food. You know, airplane food is not that type. It's not the best.
Yeah.
The person goes on 3 flights. You know, 3 flights from England, from Zimbabwe. You go sometimes to South Africa. From South Africa, you go somewhere else, then goes to England. Or from Zimbabwe, goes to Kenya. Kenya, then UK. You know what I mean? The guy wants to sleep. The kid is running all over. One is turning on the TV. No. Stop it. All the event organizers respect the artists, give them, no profit is bigger than the artist. The artist is the one who's giving you the money. Respect them. You understand?
Yeah.
Whether it's ZimDancehall artist or any other artist. And these ZimDancehall artists, because they want to go on the plane, sometimes they're ill-treated or mistreated.
It's crazy. Just to say, boy, listen to me. It's a dog. It's a catch and take thing, because you're in Zimbabwe, you try to put out the music, and you get that one break where you got to go perform in England. So they take whatever. If they have to, if the promoter put them on a flight that they have to do 10 connection to make it a cheap flight for them, they don't care. But again, as an artist, you sit down, it's like, man, I'm gonna be in the UK and I'm gonna perform. You understand? So they don't even know what's going on behind the whole scene of that.
Yeah, but you see, all right, from ZimDancehall, all right, we're talking about ZimDancehall here.
Yeah.
ZimDancehall is the biggest product on the market right now in Zimbabwe.
Right.
But the artists, they don't know that. Because they're not well educated. Although they say Zimbabweans are well educated, but we have seminars that are organized by certain people. Yeah, there's a seminar about ZimDancehall. No one shows up. So how are you gonna learn the industry? Let's learn. If you wanna be a carpenter, you learn the industry. All right, I go buy the foam here, I go buy the wood there, I talk to this guy if I want this. This is the guy who can organize cheap transportation for me so that I can get better profit. The cloth, I buy it here, this and that. ZimDancehall, then they're narrow-minded. They're just focusing on being played on the radio.
Wow.
You understand?
And the quality is, we have a guy who is not really an engineer, a proper engineer, and that's another thing too. It's crazy.
Some producers in Zimbabwe, they're not producers. They know how to record.
Yep.
You give them a rhythm, they can sit on the computer and just record. They don't know how to make beats even with Fruit Loops. They don't know. They don't know the keys to the piano.
They don't know They don't know no notes.
Blow a trumpet. If you blow a trumpet,
you can't tell what note is that.
There's a skill you do to your mouth. You understand? They don't know to beat a drum and make a drum and the foot drum.
The foot pedal, yeah.
Yes. That if you give them a guitar and say, all right, play one thing about, play this reading. They don't know. They're not musicians.
They're just a recorder, a computer recorder, and if they're not, and Pro Tool is a very difficult product. So most of them probably not using Pro Tool. They're using Audi. What do you call it? Yeah.
You see, Bridget, right?
Dolby Audio.
You know what I'm gonna tell you about this thing. This thing is not only ZimDancehall artists, it's the DJs too. The minute his father, the mother, buy him a computer, a laptop, and he puts 20 songs, 100 songs, all of a sudden he's a DJ.
Thank you. Yeah.
You know how much millions, thousands I spend buying vinyl?
Hey.
And you come to me with your brand new computer and say, oh, can I play? I'm a DJ. What kind of DJ?
Not even that. Them is a sound man. I asked him when
I'm a sound man.
Back.
And they have headphones in around their neck, like.
Oh yeah.
You say, excuse me. Play some music with your headphones. Let me hear. The headphones are not even working. They're for fashion.
And you normally say words talking. You'll charge say $600 to play at a venue. They charge $50.
They don't charge any money. You see, this is the problem with this industry now. Me, all right, I play sound system from 1988. 89, that's when I play sound, right? 89.
That's my era when I started.
Right?
89. Yeah.
But I start getting involved in sound system as a part of parcel of a sound system where we have to put flyers, posters on the wall. You know what I mean? All around the city.
Most people don't know the crate. You know the crate where
that's right.
you sit in?
And we buy flour and mix it up with sugar and you know, and water so that it makes paste. They don't know nothing about it. And they come to the dance now with their laptop with these 3 friends. I'm a DJ, I'm a selector, I'm a sound man. All right, you are sound man?
And they want
the microphone. How much did your microphone cost? you know what I mean? What type of speakers you have? What type of amplifiers you have? He doesn't know nothing about it. Right?
Kid was string shit up.
Hear me out. This is my personal experience, you know. The man play, they say, oh, the volume is low. Sabotage. Engineer, sabotage. The volume is correct. Your computer is not working, my friend.
His internal volume is down and he don't realize it.
It's not balanced, one thing, right? You come here, you wanna jump in, like the Zimdancehall artist, you wanna come in at 12 o'clock when the big artists wanna come. You wanna sing that time, you wanna DJ that time? No. If you're an upcoming artist or upcoming Zimdancehall artist, you come before the show.
Put your 5 minutes in.
We can give you an hour because when the sound system is being set up, right? They need a DJ. You know what I mean? They need somebody who can sing.
Warm up.
Yes.
Yeah.
They need those people.
And people buy lift at the same time, and you know.
Yes. You go early. They say, all right, Mr. DJ, play some music. Mix for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. You say you can sing. Put a rhythm. Make that guy sing. Let's stop this 1-2 testing. 1-2 testing. What is 1-2 testing? We is not in America when you do 1-2 testing. Who is not Michael Jackson?
That's me, Mad Max.
You understand?
Mad Max.
Yeah, man.
It's always a pleasure. I want to thank all those who logged in. Thank you guys, and for those who had a lot of input and stuff like that, we definitely thank you for having that input in the room, because you know it makes a lot of sense also what you guys are saying. And I can't thank Mad Minox. You understand? We made him go through this type of talk here when we talk, you know, and it's one of those things. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate it. And, you know, just the knowledge of the music, you know, and knowing what you're also doing for the music, for Zimdancehall, and also even when you go back home on vacation, you know, you don't go to a hotel, you don't go anywhere, you go right back there in Bali and you just chill out.
Yeah,
you understand? And just roll the people them, get the people them, as we would say, and you're home. You understand? You don't look down on anybody, not because you're living in Canada and you know a little bit more, you know, you don't do that. You're still home when you're there. So thank you very much, and we appreciate it.
Bless
guys. One last final thing you want to tell your fans them.
To all the females out there, happy Mother's Day. You know, my mother passed away. I wish she was here. So to all the females that are out there in the world, Suki, happy Mother's Day. I see you. Oh, the macaroni. I see your heart beating. Yeah, you know, and I just want more love and support from our own people. You know, they say charity begins at home.
Yeah.
Right? Let's give each other a chance. Me, that's what I'm all about. Ghetto Crown King. I give every artist a chance. And all the YouTubers that are out there, that when a rhythm is out and it has 40 songs, you just pick the 10 people that are playing. You're not actually doing a favor to the artists.
Yep.
Let's try to promote everybody. Me, I'm actually a promoter. You know, I'm not just a YouTuber. I'm a promoter. I like to elevate the youth so that they can be heard.
And thank you for giving me that opportunity to do that on Saturday. Thank you.
And right now you are playing a big part in the ZimDancehall artists. I understand, you know, you're from Jamaica and you used to play Conquering Lion Sound. I'm quite sure some of the people from Jamaica, they might not be on board with you and saying, oh, why are you playing this African music?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things like that happens. Not everybody's on your side, you know, and one love to everybody. You know, sometimes the people who hates on you, they're your big fans. Those are your big followers. They want to see what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. 555. And Kaden, I didn't see him this weekend.
Yeah, he's this weekend. Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing because don't make anybody distract you. You know? We like to play. Me personally, I used to say I don't play ZimDancehall. Now I am pushing ZimDancehall, but I make the younger guys play ZimDancehall. I play the rubber dub from Jamaica. It's hard for me to do a concert and play ZimDancehall. That's the truth for me.
Yes.
I have my nephews, 3 of them, they're all selectors right now. They play ZimDancehall, they can relate with the young crowd. They know what the young crowd wants. So I don't want to play Kokoti in the middle of ZimDancehall, you know?
No, it's totally off.
You know, people in Zimbabwe, man, they're quick to throw cans to you.
Yes.
So we don't want to do that, especially now. And all over the world, we love you all. And do remember to check Lion TV on Saturdays. This live, sometimes I might not be home because sometimes we have work, you know. Just tune in and like the page so that you get notifications. Like me, sometimes I don't have notifications. I get it from Suki in the inbox. What a beautiful lady, man. She give me the thing. And Rico, one love.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Rastafari every time. Thanks.